shui. What's the defense going to be like? The overhead. Oh, yeah, that was actually pretty good for Brian. He actually went for the jump, and it set him down instead of just being susceptible to a full combo. But you have one more mix-up to guess.
Off the low.
Oh, and it's Ajax hanging on after the feng shui activation. 2-1.
Burnout, plus the fact that we see Ajax finally utilizing that level 2, definitely saved him for a little bit longer. I want to see that more often. That's one thing I saw from them in World Warriors, utilizing that level 2 to really cut through the path and get some damage from the deck of this character.
He tried it once during one of the rounds, but Brian D cut it short.
Yeah. I don't want to see all that. Custom combos out here. Fake feint, expect the turn, stand fierce.
Man, there's a lot of hustle in some of these normals too. You're expecting maybe like a side twist throw, but Ajax with the intention in mind to stay blocking, he's willing to take that throw as well. So that was really, really sick to make that read against Brian. Brian's also kind of running short in terms of trying to get some of these big openings off of the target combo. This is kind of tough. Ajax might have the download.
Ooh, caught him low. Backs up, goes for the punish counter jab. I like that. DP may not have reach, but all this damage will be able to feel the level 1.
Can you tell me how that combo started again? How did that combo start again?
That punish counter light punch.
Oh, it was a punish counter light punch. That was kind of disgusting.
Again, not going for that cross-up DP that might not have worked was really fantastic.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's a smart decision too. Yeah, Ajax knowing he's fully aware of what his conditions are, what his win conditions are, and what range of life that the opponent has. So that's really smart to make that cognitive decision to not go for the uppercut.
Absolutely. I like this. Walk in after the Dragon Fang. After it's over, you maybe not be able to punish, but you can at least get like that walk and throw. They go for like a parry right after. Drive rush, commit to the anti, but that's okay. Still get the back throw, still get the positional advantage. This is fantastic. Off the low, find that overhead, but there's the throw right after.
Again. Oh, for the throw bait instead. It's still another situation. Yo, he's gonna be throwing Brian. Oh no, he pressed it. He 100% pressed the button. Yo, is he actually dead though? Oh my God, I would be surprised if it actually killed Brian. No,
yeah,
you can't.
Do that.
Oh,
desperation.
No.
I feel it. I get it. But in Burnout, again, Brian D looking for these options to put him in Burnout and seal the deal with the quickness. He's on set point. But Agent Fatality's turn up my volume with the quickness that level 2's definitely helping out. He's got to be able to get in.
We'll see if that opening happens, right? If we'll do it off of a block, but no. The punish counter, no, he wasn't grounded. And I kind of get that too if it's an air parry or like a parrying an airborne normal. There's the feng shui activation. Now you get to set up Brian D for a couple of mixes at least 2 times over.
Yeah. Or you have him up in the corner, have to take him there. Yeah, wake up, super, you block. You actually parry to keep the bar so you can extend your conversions to your combos so you don't have to waste that all. Oh yeah, you about to make a fall. One more conversion or just a throw will seal the deal. This is Ajax Fidelity back in the driver's seat. It's that level 2. It's that level 2 equalizing things, and his reads on the boom pressure are fantastic too as well. We'll see what happens. We'll see what's going to be on that 70% side of things between these two.
Looking forward to it. Game 1, G-Roy versus Jimmy, both representing Tigers. And we see the Quadriga already starting things off from the side of Jimmy to kind of catch possibly a normal from G-Roy. And speaking of normals, man, that was a whiff punish and a half. Crouching medium punch is nasty.
It's a good button. It's a real good button. Nice little jump medium punch. Also something that's been exercised recently. Good to stuff and challenge things. Crouching light punch starter gets them for the departure out and about. There's that pushback. He's ready for that option, ready for the anti-Street Fighter 6 play.
Oh, that was sick. What a weight from G-Roy too. Damn! Immediately afterwards, Jimmy is falling susceptible to the good old Tetris block. Shout out to Tasty Steve. I don't know why. I don't know why he calls the jump roundhouse from JP the Tetris block, but
because you hold the L right after you get hit by it.
I guess. I guess so. I gotta talk to him about that. I gotta ask him, pick his brain a little bit. Oh, you saw him buffering the OD amnesia, and you saw the attempt at enfold from Jimmy DR, but no juggle. Fortunately enough for Jimmy, gets to bring back JP right back into the corner, and that wasn't even a combo. I feel like. Oh no, it was. I'm sorry, that was me. My bad. That was meaty enough. Okay. My bad. That was meaty enough. Yeah. Okay.
But Jimmy spinning that bar at the very end and then getting the W after he got him against the corner. What we're talking about. There's a crouch. There's anti right there. Actually works out against some blessed buttons of the aerial approach from JP. Crazy.
It's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, you mistimed the meaty overhead. Watch for the departure. Yes, still able to juggle. Oh no.
The fault with the Sam Pierce. Unfortunate. Get in. There's the answer. Perfectly spaced over this place. Toe tap it just like that. Level 3. Take all of it. Mwah.
Turn to dust. He's old already, man. Like, come on, guys. That's, ugh. Now you know history. I mean, like, he's older than the entire cast, I think, so.
Yeah.
He does know history. He's done the books. He's seen it.
He's cooked the books, too.
This guy's cooked the books for the most evil organization in the Capcom universe. Okay, well, maybe not the most evil, right? There's still, you know, Umbrella.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know who's more on the evil side, like Shadowloo or Umbrella. You know what I mean? Like,
this was an accountant for Shadowloo. I think he might be the most evil.
I mean, perhaps. I don't know. There's worse. Wesker could be far worse. Who knows?
That's true.
He might have a degree in finance. Anyways, looking into it, yeah, the sandwich effect coming in from the double departure is pretty important. The forward throw now is going to be everything for G-Roy. I feel like Jimmy being pushed into the corner like this, the Gladius being used as an anti-air sometimes, or just a buzz-out tool works out a lot for some of these Marisa players.
Rubber stand fierce to start the party off. Push him in the corner, trying to call some of these buttons. There we go, the target combo, the knockdown, almost end the round. Actually going to go for the meteorite. Is that good night? Yes, sir. Jimmy DR. Making the magic happen in the corner.
That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot.
She is phenomenal when it comes to like the damage outburst, the damage potential. It's so fun. Like one of the biggest things that I obviously enjoy about fighting games is watching health bars explode. Damn!
Oh, about to watch it right now. Drive impact off in the corner. Doesn't have to use any of that bar to continue unless, at least for this combo.
I knew
Infold,
it.
yeah.
I knew it. He was going to set up for Infold, right? There was only a matter of time until it came out. Like that's one of the biggest things. Most players, they got to do it. I feel like they want that pretzel.
Like an edge. You got to scratch it. And heavy kick, careful. There's a snap. Oh, he goes. Pierce. Oh, man, departure out and about again makes this real difficult. Does find the anti-air. Amnesia. Just to lock him down. There's no way.
Too far.
Oh,
fun. Hell, yeah, another price to pay to go through like bullet hell as well. You know, Jimmy with a very, very expensive bust out, not close enough to catch G-Roy. G-Roy with the pretty decent sized punish as well. At least tying it up in rounds. Oh, level 1, get that fist away from me, lady. Trying to bust my kneecaps.
The bar at the bottom though. All adding up here. For the side of G-Roy. Could go for level 2 if they get in that burnout sequence or situation. Backs up the target combo and the knockdown sledgehammer. Walks up for the throw. Doesn't even need a drive rush. Now he does. Wants to throw the jump back medium. Now finds activation on block, but still we have the parry out.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, we'll take
that.
That
is such insignificant damage, I feel like, in return of what you could possibly get hit with into level 2. That's an area, sir.
He's even backing up for that option too as well. Back to full screen. Not a lot of bar. Oh, actually, there's a lot of bar, my bad, to utilize on the side of Jimmy. Driver stand fierce from medium in. If they can find the right range, like mid-range, they can walk down. He'll just do it full screen, but that's too far, my friend. For that exact reason. Crouching knee kick, the stop sign.
This is tough. Yeah, again, we talked about Jimmy DR having to expend some of the meter for the drive rush to get stuff going, but so close to the corner.
So far away. There's the throw. G-Roy evening things out. And again, you see that bar usage being so imperative and important and not able to make much happen in that mid-range. You know, you get put back to full screen. You have to find your way in. But if you're too far from that drive rush stand, fierce, we see the crouching mini kick kind of clipping that and putting him back to square one.
That's always going to be like a difficult call out. I feel like for Marisa to kind of like go back in, face off against the bullet hell, that's going to be JP set up the departure right in front of her. What do you do now? You have to like walk it down unless G-Roy tries to be a little bit antsy. He did go for the full teleport, but nothing really came out of it. And this is where it's like Jimmy's jurisdiction, right? This is where he has to find the big swing, at least counterpoke correctly. But it's G-Roy still maintaining this whole lead, especially with the double departure. Back throw does get the burnout as well. Quadriga, it's tough.
Yes,
the burnout is there.
I don't know how you make it back, but just like that, you take that trade.
That's sick. That's a sick freeze frame, by the way. The crouching heavy punch against like the Superman punch, like right at the same time. That's super cool.
Yeah, cool anime right there. But G-Roy doing a fantastic job of throwing in more throws. There's a back throw though, but I do like the option to go for more throws. It's going to blow up a lot of her defensive options, which she goes for those parries, those stances, and things like that.
You see the attempt at the Gladius from the side of Jimmy, looking for a straight normal from G-Roy, right? He hasn't found a lot of success utilizing that Gladius in neutral for the most part. So I think, obviously, Jimmy, he's starting to find the strategy of just kind of like zooming on in there once he gets the knockdown. Of course, he has to commit to it, too, like with the drive rush forward.
That stand fierce, a lot of range, but finds a jump and blesses the dome, christening the cranium. Oh, brother. Up in the corner.
The same jump.
Magnum Buster again, but this time the Amnesia is out. Stand Fierce, yeah, the Ghost of him right up against the wall.
Oh, air to Makara, set him down. Quadriga, level 3. A very expensive round just to tie it up. But hey, I totally get it, man. With the amount of bar that JP has down below, that comeback could have happened.
Yeah,
it definitely could have happened. So Jimmy making a pretty pricey decision of spending that bar early.
Forced to.
Let's see if it pays out. Damn, that's a punish counter. Jesus.
The forward heavy kick.
The Gators. You can't escape. Man, we talked about this earlier, man. We could have seen this in the previous round, but I like this startup for G-Roy.
In the corner, of course. OD, Amnesia, meaty stand, heavy kick, go for himself and burn up, but it doesn't even matter. A bad situation here for Jimmy. Finds his way out, though. Hold on now. OD knockdown. That pickup. Gladius Ender, of course.
He has to hold all of that. Yeah, while in burnout, too. Oh, okay. I wondered if there was like any sort of gap he could have done, like maybe regular Amnesia 3.
Oh, the reset! Boom with that infold. Jimmy DR.
Man.
He said, I'm going to get that command grab, bro. I'm going to leave with something.
That's one. That's one.
I'm going to get one at least.
Hopefully of many. Like I think, like, you know, going forward, once that is instilled in your mind, it's like, damn, I'm going to try to like jump out again. But it's up to Jimmy. It's up to Jimmy to keep the mix alive, especially after that round. It's a pretty significant round to win.
Very much so. Jimmy on game point right here. G-Roy's trying to route it back. Pierce. Departure's out. This time setting up the Ghost up the teleport. And now, yeah, interrupting that drive rush. Trying to dash in. That's exactly what I wanted. I get to pick up in the corner. It's a defense like here for Jimmy.
Gonna hold all that. Yeah, as Departure is there, G-Roy allows himself to kind of, or it allows G-Roy to kind of move on in there and just kind of dictate the pace, man. One false swipe from Jimmy gets punished as well. G-Roy looking real clean at the start of game number 4.
Drive rush, stand fear starter against the fan medium punch. That's a good, like, testing the waters tool, but not against stand fear. So I get that command grab, not gonna happen. G-Roy is privy to that option.
No doubt. Keep the sandwich going. Yeah, the Departure is there as well. Oh, what a delay on the standing heavy punch. You got clipped. That was a counter hit. Set up the Departure right above. Checking the lows. Hello waits. Level 2. Parried. Full punish. Oh.
So getting the bar back from that parry. That's good. That's good.
To be fair, you know, I totally understand. I thought maybe like the second hit was going to be coming out first before the Departure hit.
Oh, this is real bad, though.
Set up in front.
G-Roy looking for that on-hit level 2. Could chip him out. Try to get to that exact point. Maybe also looking for drive impact. Or it's just a wrap just like that. G-Roy tying it up. And I feel like he has these fantastic starts that puts him full screen, that puts Jimmy full screen, I should say, and then just harasses. Long distance relationship with all that. It feels like just like a maze of plasma to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, it's really evident that the Departure is going to be what sets up G-Roy for success. Right?
Yeah.
There's been a lot that kind of halts Jimmy once that Departure is out there. But committing to the drive rush, I feel like is going to be also a difficult call as Marisa. Like, how else are you supposed to get in?
You don't
have
have
to
the walk speed.
it down, right?
Yeah, you don't have the dash speed, nothing like that. A lot of bars spent right here, but that's absolutely fine for the corner carry. Departure's out and about. That's the lockdown. The jail no bail. Impact immediately. Killing that gauge here from Jimmy as much as possible.
We're asking for a lot, too. Cosmic heavy punch canceled into Departure perfect parry. Yes, sir. Punish counter has to commit again. If he does drive rush, that can be a little bit dangerous as you're looking for that fierce coming in.
12th to throw. Jimmy has to take advantage of this burnout state. Neutral jump, calls it out.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
1-800 damage. The reset. You nasty son of a gun.
That was actually kind of disgusting. As soon as that standing light came out, I'm like, oh, he better be ready with the amnesia. G-Roy, he was caught slipping. Damn! Ooh, the big old swing.
Stand fear starter. This is real good. You see that bar at the bottom all getting built up. You out here lacking. Let's get cracking, but
too early.
again,
I feel like that was too early, right?
Yeah, it feels like it.
Because the animation was there prior to like JP going airborne. I might be wrong on that, but I feel like it was a little bit too early. Back throw, punish counter, not too bad. Drive rush again. Doing it again, spending all the meter. Yeah, and that's totally fine because Jimmy DR now, he is eliminating G-Roy. We talked about all the gripes that Marisa has in the struggle against the old man JP, but he finds the biggest opening of them all. And of course, look at that, man. That's Jimmy DR moving on 3-2.
What's going on, everybody? You know what time it is. It is time to talk about some Street Fighter and some CPT action. I'm Brian F., joined by one Hollywood, Rob TV. How you doing, my man?
I'm feeling really good, Brian. You know, of course, this region is absolutely godlike. And, you know, I feel like, of course, we like all of our CPT regions, but specifically, man, like ever since the Intel World Open and when they first started having their CPT events here, Brazil has always put on and been one of my favorites. One of my favorites to watch. I feel like I remember the big standouts that like were surprising to me during the older CPTs was it was Mexico. Remember, we love watching Sean Takis and everything, and then Brazil as well. So I know they're going to deliver again.
Absolutely. Definitely one of the best. Listen, one of the great things to come from the online era is getting to see some more CPT Brazil action, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And speaking of, you know, things changing in the competitive landscape, we wanted to take a look back at some of the changing players and changing of the guard of the top level competition that we've had throughout the years. Because one cool thing about Street Fighter 6 that we've been seeing a lot in the first couple months of competition is the return of a lot of new players, or a lot of existing players, kind of back to their throne to a degree. I don't know, competing for those top spots. And at the same time, some of the old Street Fighter V guard, the late era Street Fighter V players, also showing that they're here to stay. And it's been really cool to see kind of the mixing of generations, because we have players that probably weren't even like alive when some of these players were putting up big numbers, to be quite honest, right? If we compare, like, I don't know, we compare Daigo to an Ending Walker, right?
He wasn't around for that. We weren't even around for some of the stuff that,
I mean, we were at least alive, but we were blissfully ignorant to,
That's true.
EVO Moment 37 happening. You know, our spidey senses weren't telling us that the history of esports has changed forever, but we had to figure that out later. But yeah, man, Street Fighter 4 players, they've been back in action in Street Fighter 6 pretty heavy right now. We just saw players like Snake Eyes qualify for Capcom Cup. I had him on Team Street Fighter 5 for for Twitch Rivals, but let's be real, he's kind of more of a Street Fighter 4 player, but he did do a lot of work in Street Fighter 5 early on. He won CEO 2017, got second place at Combo Breaker, and had a bunch of other big top 8 and tournament winnings along there. But, you know, he was the guy, I think, at the end of Street Fighter 4 for USA. I think he got 5th place at Capcom Cup 2015. For a while, it was him and Dominion just like trading major wins over and over. I think 2015, there was maybe 3 or 4 grand finals where it was Snake Eyes Dominion for all of the USA major events, and they were just like going at it. And yeah, now we see him back in action, showing that he's still potentially the king of the West Coast. Potentially or definitely. I don't know. There's another player who is trying to argue for that title.
That's tough. And he's actually another player that's even in this conversation. Of course, we saw, you're alluding to Chris T. Chris T was amazing in Street Fighter 5. Let's get that out the way. He qualified for Capcom Cup. He beat Fudo there back in the Beast Chris Tatarian days, man. But it's dope to see him back to competing, because some of these guys, Snake Eyes, Chris T, they cooked up, but then they stopped playing for a while. For like a couple of years, at least being like serious competitors, and then now they're back to doing work. I think the whole conversation, which at least this conversations that I had normally regularly, wasn't very common, is the whole with this with people in Street Fighter 5. If it was Street Fighter 4, they wouldn't have been able to. That was just permeate the whole FGC. In Street Fighter 5 and 6, we gonna see if that was just regular. And at the end of the day, bro, as we should have been already known, fighting games are fighting games. So it's no surprise when you see Tokido. Tokido just won World Warrior event. And of course, that's bringing up the gods. But to me, if you're god like at any Street Fighter game ever, including Street Fighter 2, I don't care what it is, that means that you could be godlike. I don't know if you agree with that, Brian. I think you godlike in any Street Fighter game, you could be godlike in anyone that ever comes out.
If you're willing to apply the effort, like the process to reach the top of a competitive endeavor is the same across almost any discipline, especially, gaming. Like, even outside of this title and this genre, anyone who gets good at a game can come to your game, and if they have the drive and the will, and we've seen that, people from other genres coming over to Street Fighter 6 and doing work as well. So yeah, don't. I think people put a lot of credit in being like a Street Fighter player, like coming from a certain era. Like that is just a sign that you're of a different pedigree. Listen, if you're not willing to put in the work for the current title, you're not going to get the results you want. And to Rob's point there, Some of the late era Street Fighter V players still cooking up. Let's look at Ending Walker, man. Like, this kid came out of nowhere. So many people wanted to be like, oh, but what if it was this game? But oh, what if it wasn't? He wasn't playing Ed. You know, the goalposts will forever shift.
And people were sure he was winning because of Ed, bro. People
100
were heavy on that at first.
I don't, you know, I was talking with Rob. I don't love entertaining these conversations because I just feel like you have to purposely have the blinders on. Like, some people, the way they speak about these players putting up great numbers and great results, it's just not worth entertaining to me sometimes. But I think it serves to, you know, it's good to remind people who achieve that level of success. If you get 4th place at Capcom Cup at 16, 17 years old, you're
special.
godlike.
I don't care.
You're godlike.
There is no circumstance that you not godlike.
I don't care what character you're using. I don't care what game it is. That level of competition, that late into a game, that mature of a meta, to show up out of nowhere and in the course of a year dominate the UK scene and then go to Capcom Cup and prove that he wasn't just being a big fish in a small pond. And we know the UK scene was godlike even before Ending Walker was there, right? Like, there's no denying that. And so to dominate that scene alone should have told you something. And then now in Street Fighter 6, he is dominating the UK scene once again with a Ryu.
Yeah.
Where are you going to move your goalpost? Like,
it's like, he shut down all of the talk expeditiously with the Ryu pick, bro. And it's fascinating, man. Like, even seeing the fact that he would go there. The mechanics of the game are way different at this point. The style of character is entirely different. So, you know, how much, it made me wonder in general, seeing this mixing the generations, how much do you think 4 would prepare you if you didn't play 5? Like, let's just say hypothetically, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, the way they play. Do you think one of them prepares you more for Street Fighter 6? Do you think one of them is more similar?
I think there's definitely a more similarity between 5 and 6 than 4 and 6, but that we're also, if you zoom, let's zoom out for a second.
Yeah,
we're splitting hairs.
Yes,
it's Street Fighter.
I agree.
Like,
at the end of the day, anti-air, low floor.
Like, you know, to some people, every game is Street Fighter 2. Like, it doesn't matter which one you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still Street Fighter. So the concepts of footsie, spacing, anti-airs, combos, reactions, the throw game, it's all very, very similar. And if you can get godlike at 4, if you can get godlike at 5, you can become godlike at 6. And that's why we're seeing players. To me, I don't think any of these, like, if any player who can get to the top of 4 could have got to the top of 5 if they had the passion to do so. And any player can get to the top of 5, can get to the top of 6 if they have the passion and drive to do so.
Or retroactively, if you was godlike at 5, you would have been godlike at 4.
Right, I agree. If they had the passion to do so. To me, that's the number one thing. People who have cracked either through just talent and they're born with some special ability to understand the process, or through hard work and learning how to learn, if you crack that code, you can get good. It's just that simple to me. And so I think there's people who apply it and people who don't. And that's up to their own reasons and their own motivations as to why they do it. So, yeah, if you're able to get good at one of these games, you can get good at another. And we've been seeing that consistently as Street Fighter 6 has become kind of like the big melting pot across all these generations. So I'm really interested to see more like Ending Walker style competition versus other people. And another big point, let's bring up Mena real quick. Hello, Capcom Cup champ,
bro,
super dominant right now. Like, do we need to see any more consistency? He came out of the gate winning 2 Capcom Cups for Street Fighter V. Immediately, you know, had an amazing run at Evo, got 2nd place, great run at Gamers 8, just dominating every other regional event he's in between.
Yeah, so like, you know, with Mena, he's using Birdie. He's playing super aggressive, bullhorn on your wake up. At that point, remember, he had that tech where he found like a, I don't know what word we want to use on
the bullhorn pushback. He found
the bullhorn pushback.
The counter hit pushback tech that was present in like Season 1 and Season 2 of Street Fighter V, which they adjusted. A lot of moves had that property where if you hit them during counter hit, they would be shifting during the movement. So on counter hit, they would be left really far away so that your combo wouldn't connect. And then Birdie, of course, he does his reversal, which is like an armored move, but you can counter hit it if you hit meaty. But you got the counter hit, he'd be spaced out, and of course, your next move whiffs. What is Birdie doing? That big medium punch is coming out into a confirm, into a knockdown.
Yeah, so his was like he had and he saved that. He saved it for nationals. Like, you know, we didn't know about
classic
that.
Classic FGC strats right there.
But a lot of people at that moment were like, okay, well, he won, or some people at least feel like, oh, well, he won based off of that. Again, there's always a reason. But then he goes and wins again a few years later. And then now he comes into a new game with new characters and new mechanics, and he makes grand finals at Evo, man. And Angry Bird wins Evo. Somebody who throughout Street Fighter V was an absolute menace. So we have fun and we get passionate and all that, debating about characters, debating about tiers, debating about mechanics, debating about eras. It's fun. But in the end of the day, much like it is with regular sports or whatever, if not to go deep into it, because I feel like it's gaming, so people hate me bringing up sports or something. But if realistically, if you brought Michael Jordan to today's era, he would still be godlike. He will adapt to this era and be godlike. So the same way,
yeah, but who would he main?
To the who Michael Jordan main?
Yeah. Put him on the sticks. Let's see how he does. Let's test my theory of if you can learn how to learn, you can be good at anything. Right?
No matter. Yeah, I think he might have an issue at the passion part of it, Brian. I think that might be where
potentially. Yeah,
he might top out at 1300 MR. But yeah, man. So it's fascinating, man. But at the end of the day, it's beautiful that we have all these different generations now cooking up here in Street Fighter 6, whether you're Street Fighter 4, 5, 6, or if you're somebody who comes from other games or whatnot. This is pretty much the FGC Golden Age, the new FGC Golden Age, and it is a beautiful time to be a part of it. That being said, it is officially time for us to get into this CPT action. We have the top 16 for CPT Brazil.
Objection!
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah, the avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day.
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Time to work, time to work. When inhaled, coriamyrtin blocks the gamma-aminobutyric acid receptors in the central nervous system, causing spasmodic muscle contractions.
Master, it's a work of art! It's perfect!
What to do with you now? So, shall we put him out of his misery? Some experimentation. I bet poison would work wonders on you. I wouldn't move if I were you. Poison's on the menu. I'm finished with you. I have you. It's over. My is my poison kicking in.
Street Fighter 6. He was obsessed, you see, with finding an appropriate vessel for this power.
Fight with all your heart!
We are supporting Capcom Cup 10 with a total prize pool of over $2 million.
It's showtime, baby!
Milano takes it over Idol!
All right, you ready? You don't want to miss it! Let him go! Look at the damage! Look at that damage!
Now's not the time for jokes.
Your two-time Capcom Cup champion! It's Meta RD!
Hello, hello. We are here for the Brazil CPT. I was going to say hello from Brazil, but we're actually not in Brazil. Anyway, I am your commentary for today, Marine, and we have the lovely James Chen here.
Oh, why, thank you. Thank you. That's right. We are here for some amazing action coming from Brazil. Of course, Brazil been one of the regions that has had top players represent Capcom Cup forever.
Yes.
Every year of Capcom Cup has had a Brazilian player. I think there was only one year where a Brazilian didn't make it in there, but otherwise, region has produced so many strong players, and we're going to find out who the Brazilian representative of Capcom Cup is this weekend.
And of course, it's a totally new game. You know, like we were coming from Street Fighter 5. We've seen so many strong players in this region. And again, you know, you've mentioned before where we were kind of discussing that there's so many killers in this scene, and it's crazy to see like who's going to come out on top. Like you think that, you know, in previous CPTs, like Ronaldinho was able to make it to the top. But we've seen other players like Gus, Namikaze, Jaleshe, you know, everyone in this scene. Again, like it's always a treat to watch this.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, the crazy thing about this is, I mean, we might as well try to get into the brackets over here just so you can take a look at who's in here. Some of the names that we've mentioned are not in this top 16. They didn't quite make it. But, you know, for the guys here, let's talk about who has made it here so far. So on the winner's side here, obviously, we see Stunner and Mangas. I'm gonna butcher names. I'm sorry.
You mean
manga? Yeah, Ze da Manga, and then Lendia Viva, and Chao CFS, Juninho Raz, Koma, Namikaze XTM, and Horus Paulin.
Ooh.
I know I'm butchered everybody's name. Look, you take the loser side of the bracket here.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, okay.
I'll stunt my pronunciation here. So in losers, we got HK Dash, Ronaldinho, Didi Mokov, Dark Ross, Kyuki, the Force 90, Zaydani, and Felipe.
You got all the easy names.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I got lucky, okay? But, you know, I also want to talk about, like, I was just saying Ronaldinho, you know, coming out top, you know, in the previous CPTs, he's in losers. And that's what I'm mentioning before, is that the players in the Brazilian FGC, like, anyone can win this.
Yeah.
And there's just probably, like, 20 killers in the region, too. So I'm just like, oh, about to see some action here in the new game, Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, I mean, some of the names obviously very familiar. We have players like Koma, who are previous qualifier to CPT as well, you know, but we have some other players. For example, Shushu is one of the players who actually qualified to CPT in the past. He entered the tournament, didn't make top 16.
Yeah, he actually lost to Sinon and Zaydani. And Zaydani, you know, I mentioned before, is in losers. Yeah, I literally have like the whole list down just looking at the bracket because I'm just like, dang, who did you lose to? And it's literally either like a double jeopardy or just kind of like losing to people that are now in top 16. So, you know, I did mention Jaleshe. He lost to Zangief, Bolado, and Felipe.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to say I'm sad because Zangief Bolado is obviously like a fan favorite. We've seen him in some like ICFCs and everything, but he did not make the top 16 either. So no Zangief Bolado.
That's what I'm saying. Like, again, you know, it's definitely a treat for us because we don't know who's gonna win the Brazil CPT. It could be anyone's game. But yeah, again, you know, like we were just like looking at the bracket. It's just crazy to see that these players that we would usually see in like top 16, top 8, or even like, you know, winning a tournament aren't even here.
Yeah, I mean, I see you also have like Paolo Webb written down over here. I know Shades as well. Shades BR did really well last year in Street Fighter 5. He was in the tournament as well, did not make top 16 either. So yeah, it's and again, this is what happens with a brand new year, first year. And you know, I love that, you know, Brian and Rob were talking about the old school versus new school. And you know, if you're good at one fighting game, you can be good at another fight. So you know, Rob said if you're really good at Street Fighter 2, you can be excellent at anything. Thank you. So, you know, obviously I could be good at
All right, so you get to work, James.
Yeah, but I got to let everybody else win. You know what I mean? So I can't.
Also, you can steal the tech, you know, just watch me like.
I gotta give an opportunity for the young crew to make some noise here. So I'm not going to break any hearts by eliminating people in brackets. That's all. So.
Yeah, so again, you know, like, we just love the Brazilian FGC. Like, you know, of course, all like you mentioned, like the youngins here and there. But I want to see like the first match that we're gonna play. Or no, to watch. Actually, I would love to play one of the Brazilian FGC players, but let's watch them first.
Yeah, exactly. So if we can, I think we have the first matchup ready to go here. Yep, it's going to be Stunner going up against Ze da Manga. No, Ze da Manga.
Ze da Manga.
But as you can see here, actually, two more veteran players here, 36 years old and 34 years old here. So definitely, I would imagine they've been playing Street Fighter for, you know, a few years now.
Right, exactly. So then, of course, we see the Cammy and JP matchup here. So I kind of want to say maybe like Cammy might do a little better against JP just because she has like, you know, spinning knuckle or kind of like go through the fireballs and doing dive kicks here and there. But you play Cammy, so why don't you share some tech?
Well, the interesting thing is a lot of people have said that they feel like Cammy is a character that counters JP, but I feel like when you're a JP player and you know Cammy is a problem, you start to learn how to fight against her. And I feel like the matchup is actually a little more even than people say. I mean, Stunner, we have a quote from him. Let's see if he actually talks about this matchup and see what he says about this.
Yes.
Right. And he says, I like the JP. Okay, well, there you go. Perfect. So he actually says he likes the JP matchup. And, you know, as a Cammy player, I would imagine so because, you know, she can rush JP down. And she does have a lot of very fast forward moving moves. You can use the spin knuckle. You can use the drill to get in and try to get past the zoning. But again, I personally think the zoning part of JP is not as strong as his offense.
Sure.
And that's the part that really gets... I mean, obviously for a Manon player, the zoning part is probably very annoying, but you know...
you know, James, I kind of don't want to talk about that.
All right, sorry. I didn't bring it up. All right, here we go. Cammy, JP, it's going to be Stunner going here against Manga. So let's see how this match plays out. Again, Stunner says he likes this matchup.
I just like how he's just, you know, like straightforward with his quote. Like, I like the JP matchup. Like, just imagine such a robotic and monotone voice. I like the JP matchup. I mean, like, do you like pain? Like, playing as JP? Huh?
Yeah,
what's going on here?
JP is definitely a character that a lot of people are talking about. You know, a lot of frustrations going against
Oh my
this character.
gosh, yeah. Oh, and there we go. Let's go. All right, dude. I love how like unserious this game is because like their expressions are just kind of like all over the place.
I know I say this every time I'm here, but like the faces will not stop making me laugh even to this day. Dude. Oh, okay. Look at this. Stunner starting off right away, showing the throws.
Ooh, he's ready for that drive impact collision. Here we go. And are we going to see another one? That's actually really smart.
Yeah.
Doing another drive impact just to put him in burnout. Going another one again just to get off of me.
Yeah, good awareness from Manga right away, just to show that he's paying attention. But look at that. The pure jump over, missed the combo, but still gets the dive kick. And here we go. Pressure in the corner, and the burnout is over for Stunner. Again, sneaking in with that dive kick. You gotta watch out for those low kicks like that because she can punish those so badly.
Yeah, we're already seeing how much Stunner loves this matchup. Oh no, that's gonna kill. Yep, going into a grab. Especially like when you're in burnout in the corner, you have to be mindful of like 2 to 3 things, whether you're looking out for drive impact and you're trying to jump out or block everything that you can. It's so scary.
Yeah, a lot of the times I feel like when you burn people, wow, I didn't think she was going to make it under. Wow. But a lot of times when you burn people out, you almost kind of don't want to impact them right away. You
Exactly, because that's what they're looking for.
Right. Take advantage of their weakened state and blow them up instead. All right. But so far, Stunner has looked very solid here.
Ooh, that was actually really sick. I was going to say like maybe like a small whip punish, but it's kind of like that mentality where it's like, oh, I kind of retracted back my leg, and then he's like, oh, this is my time to go in. Command grab right in your face.
It always seems to be the best time to use it because people aren't thinking about it as much there. Stunner has had this opportunity, and look at this, a throw tech right now from Manga, awareness.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no bait.
And no fear with the dive kicks too. Oh, here we go, that should be, no, actually, was worried that Cammy was gonna go for the throw, but that level 1 is safe on block thanks to the amnesia.
Yeah, the
bomb.
amnesia is so freaking good. Oh no, a little too far just to convert from the combo. And there we go, the dive kick. Yeah, that's what he's looking for because he has been doing neutral jump and back jumping just to punish the dive kick down. Going into super, that's gonna be a lot of damage, and it looks like it is gonna go to Stunner 1-0.
Yeah, again, crouching medium kick does not combo into light spin knuckle except off of the drive rush. Then obviously the extra hit stun added. Easy confirm into the level 3 Stunner. So far living up to saying that he likes this matchup.
Oh, that was so weird. She got hit by behind.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I was like, I thought she made it past that safely. Well, that neutral, the jumping medium punch from JP, very difficult to hit crouching characters just like that, as you saw right
Exactly, and there we go to the third OD Amnesia, which has been very successful on Manga's side.
Yeah, but, nice on Stunner's side over there. She's like, you know what? I'll just take this throw, 1,000 damage, and let it go and be okay. Again, the throws game. Yeah, Manga's nowhere for it, but dude, Stunner had such an opportunity. Too high up for it to combo.
Oh yeah, Manga is having this. Oh no, he is not having this at all. Getting hit by the drive impact. And another drive impact goes for the regular amnesia. That's gonna kill! Holy cow!
That nice awareness from Manga right there. I mean, at first, it was great awareness from Stunner that as soon as Manga burned out, he was like, I'm drive impacting. But then Manga had the awareness to have the amnesias ready to counter the drive impact.
Now that I kind of think about it, like when you get punish counter from the drive impact, it might have been like a little smart just because you don't want to get wall splat because then you like your other opponent can kind of recuperate and then do max damage as much as possible. But now that Stunner is going ham.
He's going to go for the level 3 here. No, he's not. In fact, he just goes for the
wants to save it. He called out that OD amnesia. He was like, I'm not going to get hit by the 4th time of it. Get out of here. So get him out of here.
The gamble to save all the meter for the 3rd round has paid off. So you can see here Stunner with the full bars, but Manga has a full set of super meter as well. So either character now is so dangerous with just the right touch.
Oh, 100%. I also like Manga how he's just kind of like walking back a little bit, especially in the corner, because he knows when Stunner's going to jump over, but does not matter. Going into level 3 super, this is actually really smart because if Stunner is able to get more damage in, he can probably perform, like a level 1 super to combo off of, trying to get that damage in and get the dub as well.
Yep. I was hoping also maybe try to pressure Manga with that drive gauge right now, trying to burn him out. As you can see here, getting very close to burnout, so Manga has to be very careful here. The dive kick pressure been working, but here we go, the instant confirm into level 3, and Manga's going to be able to build back some drive gauge this way.
Yes, 100%. That's actually really smart too, and of course, positioning himself too, going for the portals, teleports in front of you. Oh my goodness.
Attack, and Manga burns himself out. This is super risky. Here comes the pressure here. Yep. Spin knuckle pressure. You have to counter poke in between the light and the heavy. Oh man, how much damage he has? He has a level 1 here. Is this gonna kill? Is this going to kill?
No, just one more and it's gonna be it. That is gonna be it for the grab. Stunner going 2-0 over Manga. Yo, that was actually super close. Especially Stunner, he knew that he couldn't do anything there. Going for the supers and like Super 1, like I mentioned before, using Super 3 early can utilize more resources towards the end of the match.
Right.
And he was able to do that.
You'll build that back
exactly.
up.
So Stunner, incredible play for him going into top 8.
Yeah, when Cammy starts doing the light punch, heavy punch into the spin knuckle,
you literally cannot interrupt that at all.
The gap is actually in between the light punch and the heavy punch.
But it's really tight though,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's really small in there, so you have to be completely aware. And the Cammy can start mixing it up and not do the heavy punch at all and start doing all sorts of other stuff as well to kind of throw you off. But yeah, there you go. Nicely done. Stunner says he likes the matchup, and you know what?
I like the JP matchup.
And I am now victorious. So there you go. Stunner does move on. Well done to him. And he's basically done for the day. So
yeah,
again,
just chilling, just hanging out.
If you win your first match here on the winner side, you're already into the top 8 tomorrow. So Stunner now can just chill, see who wins this next matchup, and then find out what character he has to go up against and just start labbing that matchup.
I mean, yeah, like when are these guys like not playing Street Fighter 6? I know these guys have been like training, playing their hearts out. So of course, like they got a spot in top 16 here. And of course, we just watched Stunner got a spot in top 8. But man, we still have some more matches coming your way though. Like, yeah. I'm really excited about the Koma. Oh, no, not Koma, sorry.
That's the next one, I think, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I am derping out here. So we got Lendia Viva and, how do you say it again?
Chow. It's not Chow. It's not Chow because that's CIAO, but Kaio, maybe? Kaio?
Yo, correct us on the naming because, you know, I would love to improve my pronunciation for Portuguese.
Exactly. So. I mean, I'm trying to pronounce even the characters' names more correctly here this time, but like I feel bad if I'm saying all these names incorrectly here, so I apologize to all the players here if I'm butchering your names. So
but we got Luke and DJ, you know, of course, these two characters that we've seen that are kind of pretty good, you know, in the top tier. Oh, and of course we got the modern and classic
so
DJ.
he might go either. Whoa. Oh, okay, it's Kaio.
Okay, thank you so much, chat. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, chat.
So yeah, we have Lendia Viva and Kaio, just to kind of like reintroduce themselves here at the Brazil CPT. But yes, so we got Luke and DJ. You know, this is actually really interesting just because like these two characters, like they're literally up there. Like they're one of the best characters for sure. And of course, you know, there has been some talks about modern controls as well, where in a way you play differently, you know, especially when you're playing against, let's say, like I played against modern Maritza a lot, right? You really have to play differently because it could just be like a one-touch super, you know, like they're so ready for it. So you got to play differently against modern players. But again, depending on the matchup, I wonder if Kyle is going to either play classic or modern.
Yeah, against Luke, it's a really good question. But you know what? I gotta say, the people who can switch, like I know Shuto switches between classic and modern Marisa, right?
Sure.
Yeah, but just like I can't imagine because it's like two completely different control schemes. It's amazing that you can adapt to it. But Kaio is gonna go with the classic here to start. And yeah, both of these characters considered very, very strong characters here. But again, the way that this game has started out, I swear there's like 8-9 characters that you could put that arguably are in the top 5.
And you know, I'm kind of thinking how DJ's just so fast, Luke also being fast, you know, with his fireballs, and of course just having the right drive rush to get the punish. Yep, there we go.
Got the perfect parry, doesn't go for the throw after the heavy Sobak. Heavy dread kicks. Oh my god, that was a
whip punish. Yeah, that was actually a really good whip punish, but does not finish the play, going into burnouts. Man, we've seen those perfect parries. Going to drive rush again, but no completion.
Yeah, a couple of dropped combos from both players right now. I think maybe a little bit nervous. Missed the meaty timing, and a back throw was great for Lendia Viva right now, just to get out of that corner, and now he's got that meter back. He's got a very big life deficit, but he can still kill on one hit, but Kaio knows that's not a true block string, so he just has
I know he mash it. I can hear that churn all the way here in the US. I hear you.
Oh, yeah, the OD just eating right through all of the regular projectiles there.
I'll try to meet him in the skies, or I don't know, it might have been like a misinput, especially trying to do like DP anti-air. Could have been it.
Oh, perfect parry. Dude, okay. So obviously we're seeing right now from Kaio, he is very into the perfect parries. He should be able to get the juggle off of this. Yes, level 3? No.
Oh no, level 3. Definitely wants to save it. Yeah, because I know like right here, like with that health, I'm pretty sure he can kill.
with one hit. Yeah, for
now
sure. Now he can kill, but right now, yeah, and he has no reason to save it. Oh, perfect parry. That should do it right there. Because at most, we'll scale down 50%.
No!
Did I commentator curse Kaio? I'm sorry.
Yeah, James, shut up.
All right. Uh-oh. And this is going to hurt if he gets this. No, a drop combo again. So like I said, both of these players very nervous, I'm sure. Could have been a level 3 there as well. Gotta be careful if he's. Oh, he just went through with the drive impact. That was the choice from Lendia Viva. Nice.
You know, that's gotta hurt too, because especially when getting all of those perfect parries and then not being able to kill with super at the end is definitely gonna be a sting that you will feel for weeks. But there we go, the punish counter. We are gonna feel it once more. Going into the corner carry too. Super.
Yeah, just do it right now. Don't, you know, while you have this opportunity, do all this damage. I mean, look at the damage on that. That's like 60% right there. DJ does so oh, he's going to be able to get the conversion off of this. He has so much EX meter. One more hit right there. EX Fireball and Kaio. Game number 1 with that massive DJ damage.
Man, that was actually really sick because Kyle was like, man, I shouldn't have messed up, but I won't mess up this time. Great jump in. That is huge. And of course, you know, DJ has such good corner carry where he can just put you there, put in more pressure. But again, we have Luke here that we got to be worried about. Perfect parry once more. Dude, perfect parry god here.
Yeah. When you're fighting against the player who likes the parry as anti-air, you have to start doing the empty jumps in the throw. And then you're rewarded with the 2,000 damage. Too far away for those throws for both of them, actually. Oh, not far enough to be able to punish that just cool. Wow, he just swung with the heavy punch.
Oh, blocking on the other side, but then we go for the grab. Just be on the safer side. Yeah, he's trying to do the perfect parry, just to parry those fireballs, but no conversion after those jabs. Oh, that could be no punish.
Here we go, just goes for the throw now. Kyle realizing now that Lendia Viva a little bit susceptible to the throws. Yep, and there it is again. So that's the read right there from Kaio. He says, you know what, you're not teching, so I'm just going to keep throwing now.
Exactly, yeah.
And the best thing about it is once you get 3 throws like that in a row, now you've got the shimmy set up. Now I expect like a really nasty shimmy potentially from Kaio to close this out if he needs it.
Oh, what a great jump in. That's huge for Lendia Viva going into Super 3 and getting back that drive meter as well. And of course, that damage is on the top.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Both of these characters can dish out so much damage. Here we go. Big hit right here. Not going to be quite enough to kill, but he gets the shimmy.
That was so sick. Yeah, he was trying to go for the parry because he knew that he was going to keep doing it over and over again. You don't want to use it too much or else you're going to get grabbed and get that punish counter damage.
Yeah, that's 2,000 damage when you get punish counter thrown like that. That is a lot of damage, and now Kaio busting out the wake-ups.
Yeah, that was actually the first ODDP that we've seen from Kyle. And there we go with the perfect parry. A low shimmy, but no bait. Lendia Viva is so ready and patient.
Again, he knows. He's like, this is not a true block string. I will punish this. Oh, very fortunate that he didn't skirt it under there, but DJ goes so fast when he drive rushes.
Right. Oh my gosh, Kyle.
Yeah.
He's going so crazy with these perfect parries.
If you block the just cool, you can, again, same
okay,
thing.
Here we go. This is from the first match.
Right,
Let's see if you don't mess up, Kyle.
Yeah, that's easy right there, and that'll definitely kill. Now, what you saw right there from Kaio, after getting just cool block, whenever he was in minus situations where he was safe, he always went for the perfect parry. So you saw the just cool low, perfect parry. And then whenever you jumped at him, perfect parry. It's just one of those things. If you're fighting against a player like Kyle, you have to read that and start to, go for the throws as punishes. But of course, if you don't fight a player like that a lot, it's hard to tweak your muscle memory to not just oh, I'm going to take my turn with the jab now, and then you get perfect parried and you die.
Also be careful about the meaties as well.
Yeah.
Especially in this replay here. So yeah, he was just going ham, getting those damage in. And I haven't seen Lendia Viva use a whole lot of parry either. Kyle was literally in that department 24/7. Yeah, we go with, just like a regular grab, but Lendia Viva was able to kind of clutch it out here, but not right there.
Yeah, unfortunate. A lot of drops here. And that
was actually sick. I like that.
That was such a good call out right there. Unfortunately, was not good. Didn't help him get any victories onto the table over here. And you see, if you're jumping at someone, you notice they perfect parry you a lot. It's a reflex, right? They're gonna perfect parry not because they see you jump attack, but because that's just their natural defense. So you have to take advantage of that by empty jumping into throw and punishing them for trying to
especially because we've seen those instances where he would just jump in multiple times, perfect parry, and it's like, okay, I really got to think of something. I can't like keep going in, or like trying to potentially cross him up too, because that's a lot of things that like players want to do, but not in that sense. Looks like Kyle is going to go against Thunder in top 8, still in winners. Freaking cool.
Yeah, but Lendia Viva still in the game, so he's going to be on the loser side of the bracket, but we're actually going to be moving. And this one's a crazy one. So Juninho Raz and Koma, 2 of the top players here in the Brazil area, the Brazil region. Really surprising that they had to fight each other this early here in top 16, but it is 16, so you're going to start running into these other strong players. But again, I believe both of these players have qualified for Capcom Cup in the past.
Yes.
And so Koma was one of the early ones. And in fact, I remember at his Capcom Cup, he performed really, really well. So it was really awesome to see way back in the Street Fighter 4 days, if I'm not mistaken. And just like Brian F. and Rob, TV were saying on No Neutral, a lot of these players coming back from the Street Fighter 4 time period. Koma, I mean, he played Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, he played Street Fighter 5 for a bit, and just kind of like, I guess like, I wouldn't say like take a break, but just kind of more of like, I don't know if this is like my game now, But it's really nice to see him competing in Street Fighter 6, and of course, playing Manon, my main, going against Juninho Raz with his Luke. Yeah. So
I want to see. Maybe we have a quote from Koma. Maybe he says, "Oh yeah, I like the Luke matchup."
All right. Well, let's see what he says. He says, "Juninho Raz improved quite a lot in the last couple of years, and the level of competition keeps getting higher. It's going to be a tough match." Yeah, and I want to like capitalize that too. Like, it's going to be a tough match. Like, you can literally say this to any Brazilian players in the top 16 because everything's a tough match. That's why their scene is so strong, because they train together, they learn their tendencies, and they know how to play the best of the best.
Yeah, so I mean, I mentioned it on stream earlier, and you kind of hinted at it as well. You are a Manon player. How do you feel about this Luke matchup?
Manon loses. Well, like obviously it's still winnable for Manon, but Luke's footsies, or just like his gap closures, it's just like so much better than Manon. But of course, Manon, like, she has like that standing medium kick where it pushes her low forward. She has a roundhouse, but obviously you don't want to use her roundhouse too much because your opponent can kind of read that. Yeah. Drive impact, perfect parry, or like just jump over you, crossover, and punish counter. So again, here we go with the Luke and Manon matchup. This is going to be good.
Manon obviously still has that ability to steamroll you if she gets it going, if she gets the medals going right away. But, that is something that Manon has to look out for. And unfortunately, I mean, Manon, she has, obviously, if she can get in, it's a very scary situation. She's got the mix-ups, and both of them lead to medals if she's correct.
Exactly.
One of the dangerous parts is Manon doesn't have a corner escape. Oh, interesting.
Okay. Just a little drop, but I really like how Koma is trying to do a parry. He tries to go for the whip punish with the sweep, but it does not work out. Almost going to burn out after getting hit by that level 1 super. Tries to go for the parry, but that is not going to work out. Perfect KO for Juninho Raz.
Yeah, Juninho was definitely trying to get that threat of the burnout with that level 1 juggle earlier just to drain a little bit of that meter. Koma here's got to figure something out here right now because, it is definitely looking, as you have said, that Luke definitely has the advantage here.
Oh my God, yeah.
Not a double perfect. Please, no double perfect here to start this one.
Let's go. Double PP. There we go. Level 2 super.
He got him.
No, he tried to grab.
Okay. No double perfect. That's a little bit of a moral victory, but... All right, tried a perfect parry, didn't have the right timing on that flash knuckle.
Oh, there we go. That's the whip punish that Koma wanted earlier.
But as you can see, one of the problems right now is that Koma has not built a single medal. He's just been at level 1. Finally, here we go. Get a second medal. Oh!
Oh my gosh, it's just so scary too with that much health. Oh, you want to be careful with the roundhouse.
Yeah, I don't want to get whip punished. It is hard to whip punish Manon's standing heavy kick though. It pulls back very quickly.
Oh no, tried to go for the command grab. And of course, you know, that's like the first command grab we've seen. Juninho definitely knew in his gut. He's like, oh, he's going to command grab, is he? And he actually did.
Yeah, late round command grab. It's just like, I haven't done this all game. I need my comeback. Let's do this. And Juninho called that out. He takes the first game 1-0. Again, just a little off on that perfect parry timing. Again, it's a 2-frame window. Not easy to perfect parry stuff in this game. Don't be fooled by Kaio. It's not as easy as he made it look. Okay,
oh no, that could have been a ballerina kick just to kind of get some Oki afterwards, but maybe a little too antsy here.
All right.
Okay.
Again, just gets the drive parry. I mean, it's impressive that Keoma has been able to see it and react with the parry every time. Nice check, but look at this. Just bust out right afterwards, disrespecting the check.
Oh, see, Keoma is trying to like close in because especially how much drive meter that Juninho has. Great anti-air. Here we go. Let's get the party started, Keoma.
Tried to catch him jumping.
Oh, nice back jump.
Okay, you should be able to get the kill here. Yeah, spend everything you got and build a medal at the same time. So here we go, 2 medals. But as you can see, you know, she keeps the medals between round. A lot of, like, especially if you talk to the Jamie players, they're kind of bitter about it. But it's hard to build medals with this character when you're fighting against people who just refuse to, you know,
to let you in and like, you know, get those grabs in, right? But here we go, level 3.
Scarier. Tried to fade out a wake up DP.
Yep.
Didn't go for the overhead follow up.
Yeah, I kind of like how Keoma is just, you know, trying to be in his bubble because that's where he wants to be. Oh no, no vacuum, but vacuum for the second time. Here we go.
All right, spends a lot. Is he gonna go for the level 3 here? Is this gonna kill?
I don't think that's gonna kill because he did do like jab jab into drive rush. That scales a whole lot.
Oh,
just a sliver.
But he's also burned out, so any
careful though, critical arts.
Right. If he can find one combo. Oh, just go. Okay. I was about to say, if he can get one button comboed into one of the pirouette kicks, that would have killed, but he doesn't need it. Just goes for the raw kick instead. Chips him out. And now Keoma ties it up 1-1. Perfect parry on the sand blast.
Oh, tries to go for a dash in, but I wonder if he wanted to do like a butt and then do drive rush just to apply more pressure. I definitely have been there. I know what he wanted to do. There we go with the heavy pinwheel kick or the up kick. Yep.
Yeah, tried to fake maybe going for the overhead pirouette kick afterwards. Oh, he going for the level 1. Got it. Got the hit.
Have very good patience. I really like how. Oh, okay. Here we go. Drive impact collision.
What a good call out here. Now he is burned out. Actually, they're both burned out, which is great for Keoma. And yeah, one of Manon's strengths is going to be the fact that despite not having an anti-air like special move, her anti-air normals are really strong. That crouching heavy punch is so good.
We've seen Keoma do neutral jump so many times, literally in front of Juninho Ross's face, and he's just like, no, I'm just going to DP every time I see you in the air. And he's really good at anti-airing here. Here we go. Keoma taking in all that damage, but misses the up punch. Juninho backs away.
Keoma definitely seems to have a good read on what Juninho wants to do, but Juninho starting this game number 3, this potentially last round here. Finally gets the perfect parry, and for Manon, that's big. Even though you get all that damage scaling, you get the medals. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, here we go. 5 felonies on deck. This is going to be a lot of damage. There it is.
Watch
punch counter.
Watch the damage. Ow!
There we go. The anti-air.
Not enough to kill. Not enough to kill.
That's actually really smart, going for the drive reversal in the corner, but backs away.
Did burn himself out, though, so now you're going to deal with all this chip damage from the sandblast.
No. Okay, that's actually really smart because Juninho Ross, he was like throwing fireballs over and over again and then backed away, dashed back in because he knew that Keoma could not jump in, but in that last drop there, did not work out.
Yeah, the scary part right now is that Keoma is sitting on those 5 medals right now. So every command throw is going to hurt, but it's only if he can land the command throws. But he's going to go for the level 3 here because he wants to build back that drive gauge right now.
Oh, man. That's still good damage, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, that could have been it. Oh, no.
And he's got the level 3.
Super
He's going to go
3.
for the easier
Yeah.
combo. He's been dropping the light flash knuckle afterwards, though. You know, he's like, you know what?
Oh,
Let's
sure,
go for the easy
right.
combo. All right, this is dangerous. They're both still burnt. Oh, actually,
Yep,
yeah.
doing medium kick. Oh, no, not medium kick.
Yeah,
medium punch
punch.
over and over, over.
Oh, no, he's trying to throw, but
There
it was
it
too
is.
far. Koma takes it. Dude, and the worst part about that is Juninho Ross did exactly the right thing. Jumped to get hit out of the air, and unfortunately, Koma actually did cancel into the overhead kick. But the problem was Juninho tried to punish it with a throw, but was too far away.
Gosh, that really hurts my heart. But again, you know, both players playing to their heart's content. But Juninho Ross, he definitely could have won this, but dying from Manon's toes. I'm
Yeah.
saying, man. You know, if people say like, "Oh, she's low tier," I mean, you're not wrong, but like, she's still pretty strong, though.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's most people's consensus right now is that the 3 true grapplers, Zangief, Lily, and Manon, are a little bit on the weak side over here.
Sure.
But, you know, we already saw what Snake Eyes did, and, you know,
Yeah.
finding ways to make these characters work. So Koma doing the same thing, and we've seen other guys like Random and as well as Idom do work with this character as
100%.
well. So.
Man, look at that. Yeah, especially like right here.
Oh,
Oh, my God, that
that
could have
was-
been
yeah,
it. That
see?
could have been it, but it's super unfortunate. But now Koma is going to move on to top 8 and is done for today. But Juninho Ross is in the loser side, so he definitely has some work to get through to make a spot in top 8. But man, those 3 matches that we've seen so far, holy cow. Again, you know, I always sound like a broken record, but just watching the Brazilian FGC just go ham is always a fun thing to watch.
Yeah, and always, you know, one of the my favorite stories too. You know, when you hear about the the countries here finally getting a chance to represent themselves. Like I said, Brazil has been doing so well for so long already, but nowadays, especially thanks to the great netcode that we have, you know, we get to see so many more of these players show their stuff. And you know, Brazil obviously isn't the only region here that's doing some damage here. We've got regions all over the world here doing some damage as well as South Africa, which we just saw the Red Bull Kumite in South Africa. We saw their players such as Jabi M do some work down there. Make sure you register for this event. You can see that the registration is closing on Monday, October 9th at 3 a.m. So make sure if you are in that region, sign up now so you do not miss your chance to be able to qualify for Capcom Cup. And I believe that there are 2 more ways you can qualify outside of just CPT online, offline, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. The offline premieres, Singapore and France. And I kind of like how they're kind of like spaced out a little bit, too. The Singapore one is in October, which is actually coming up.
Oh, yeah.
It is coming up. And then for the France one in November. So again, you have some time to train. And if you want some more offline action, please go to these tournaments. They are super fun. I've actually been to Singapore. It's mad fun. I love that place, but someday I should go to France. I've never been into the Europe region ever
dang.
in my entire life.
Okay, yeah. No, Europe, I mean, I haven't been to the UK yet, but I have been to France.
Oh.
And France, I mean, we went out there for Red Bull Kumites
Oh,
in the
cool.
past.
Nice.
Yeah, and France is wonderful, wonderful place. I mean, again, one of the beautiful things about the FGC is how global it is and how much we've been able to travel to all these different regions and see all the different cultures. And I got to tell you, as much as, you know, we all want to think that the world is different everywhere, man, these fighting game players, the geek culture, as I like to call it,
or
is
geek nerd, you know, it's whatever.
Same no matter where you go. Everybody who loves these video games and anime and all this stuff, their passion is exactly the same no matter where you go. So as you can see here, South Africa coming up on October 14th, and then immediately afterwards is that Singapore offline. But then we do move to Europe North/East at the end of October. So you see the registration periods are going there. Make sure if you can make it to these events to register on time. Don't forget.
Definitely. Oh, man, so much stuff going on. So,
also, you know what else is going on? You know what else is going on?
Oh, I kind of hear something in my tummy.
Yeah,
it's kind of
carne asada is back on the grill.
Let's go
for a limited time here at Chipotle. As you can see here, the steak is back. The stakes are high here at Capcom Cup and at Chipotle as well. And of course, Chipotle has joined hands with Capcom during the first year of Street Fighter 6. Download the app. Order, just order online and head to the store, pick up your bag, and walk out. Very, very easy. So definitely want to go to Chipotle, grab a bunch of their food over there, and try out their carne asada. I think if you order their carne asada right now, you get like extra points on their app just for eating the carne asada.
I actually like the carne asada just because like it kind of feels like it's more meat. It's kind of more of like a double portion. Maybe I'm just going crazy, but I love that they brought this back because I love carne asada. But when it's not usually here, I usually just get steak.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough.
It's pretty good, so definitely check it out, guys. If you love you want to get your protein intake, get that guac, get that queso. The chips are also to die for.
Yeah.
I love their chips.
The lime and the chips, yeah.
So good.
Awesome. But I think I need to go get a snack right now. I'm getting hungry here talking about the Chipotle. Hey, you know what? We're going to go grab a snack real quick, so do not go anywhere, guys. More Brazilian action here for the Capcom Pro Tour Online coming up after this.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever.
Time to work, time to work. When inhaled, coriamyrtin blocks the gamma-aminobutyric acid receptors in the central nervous system, causing spasmodic muscle contractions.
Master, it's a work of art! It's perfect!
What to do with you now? So, shall we put him out of his misery? Time for some experimentation. I bet poison would work wonders on you. I wouldn't move if I were you. Poison's on the menu. I'm finished with you. I have my order's dead. Let's do now. Here, there, then here, and my magnum opus! Is my poison kicking in?
Street Fighter 6.
Objection!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now joined by...
Fine, guys. Nice to see you.
It's good to see you again. Yeah, I know. It's been a while. I got to see you over in Vegas, got to see you at Capcom Cup. You know, we've been traveling around actually quite a bit, so it's good to see you once more. So how does it feel to be in that position again where you got to, put your skills to the test to try to make it to the big stage?
Yeah, it's challenging, it's a responsibility. So because I won 2 times and I really want to win again. But it's kind of hard, of course. It's never easy. It's a new game, and I really want to see you guys in person again. So I really gonna try it.
You got to make it happen, bro. And with you winning 2 in a row, qualifying for Capcom Cup out of Brazil, so now everybody knows that you're the big dog there, man. You are the #1 target. You're the main representative. So what is that like for you?
I never think of myself as the favorite. I think of myself as a kind of a dark horse that runs kind of fast, Yeah. I was thinking of myself like that. So I try to always stay humble, I just have to know what I'm doing and do best at that time. At least I need to my star just have to shine once, bro, just in CPT. So
right,
yeah, I'll get my way to Capcom Cup.
That's very true. I mean, there is something to be said about trying to peak at the right time, right? People talk about if an athlete trying to peak at the right moment.
So with Street Fighter 6 being so big, has the Brazilian Street Fighter scene grown since the game came out? Like, have you seen more players, maybe people who stopped playing for a while and they came back, or people from other games? What's that been like?
Yeah, the Brazilian Street Fighter scene has grown a lot.
Wow.
A lot of people from all other games, all the FGC kind of united in the Street Fighter 6. So the competition got a lot much more stacked. But I think it's possible. I have a lot of experience.
That's awesome to hear, Ronaldinho. I mean, you've shown that you know how to learn, right? You've already learned that process through Street Fighter 5 and competing. You've learned how to learn. You're even teaching your fellow competitors that process right now to transition to this new game. And you've had the experience of competing at the highest level in Street Fighter 5 for years at this point. So good luck to you this weekend. Maybe you'll earn your right again to compete on the biggest stage and do more work at Capcom Cup. I'll be rooting for you myself, and best of luck.
And welcome back to the Brazil CPT 2023. We are out here. I am with James Chen and myself, Marian.
Yeah, and Ronaldinho, he's so adorable.
I love hearing him talk. It was so funny because I remember in the previous CPT, he needed Koma to translate, and I'm just like, wait, doesn't Ronaldinho speak English too? Like, he spoke perfect English talking to Rob and Brian, so I'm like, you don't need Koma for that. We can understand you perfectly clear.
He's so wholesome. He's so wholesome, But we'll see him later on today. Obviously, we're still on the winner side of the bracket. Ronaldinho, unfortunately, is starting in the loser side of the bracket, but we have...
I was going to say, we've seen his run, right? Like, he lost the first round.
Oh, that's right.
I wanted to say that. And then now he's in losers. Like, he literally made the losers run all the way to top 16. So let's see if he'll make the losers run all the way to top 8 and potentially winning the CPT. But again, we've mentioned before, we don't know who's going to win this because all these players are so strong.
Yeah. And the 2 players left that we have on the winner side of the bracket, of course, are going to be Namikaze and Horus Paulin, I guess. Again, someone let me know in the chat, is it Horus Paulin? In the chat, please let us know how to pronounce that name correctly. I do not want to disrespect the players here by calling them by the wrong name the entire time. So
so that is the next match that we are going to see. We know that we see Stunner, Kyle, and Koma nicely sitting in top 8 here. But hey, let's get into this match ASAP. So Namikaze and Horus Paulin. So we got the DJ and Jamie matchup here. This is going to be really fun because, of course, DJ being like a super fast character and his footsie games is really good, but I feel like Jamie is just like heavy footsies. He has like those Rekkas, and he has some mix-ups where he's like, wait, I think it's my turn right there. You press the button. It's like, no, it's still Jamie's turn. It's still his turn. So this is actually going to be really interesting to see. And of course, I don't really see this matchup a whole lot. So this is going to be a treat for me. Learn some, win some.
And Ronaldinho was talking about how the scene has grown a lot. See here, two 24-year-old players. So these are two of the younger guns over here going to be going up against each other right here. And both probably a little bit newer to the scene. So I'd really love to see what the thought process is for one of these players is. So let's take a look at what Namikaze has to say about this. He says Horus Paulin is a really strong player in our region, but I'm confident that I can win and move on. All right, so they're 24 years young and confidence already in spades, so that's great to see. So we'll see what Namikaze can do over here against Horus Paulin.
And again, I just love the confidence too, because these players have been playing against each other for like so long. They know like how they're gonna play.
Oh, yeah.
So I just love how Namikaze was like, nah, I'm gonna win this time, Horus Paulin. I'm gonna send you the losers. So again, we got the DJ and Jamie matchup. Man, again, like, what do you think of that matchup if you've seen it before?
I mean, look, a lot of people are going to be talking about Jamie, how he has a lot of weaknesses, that he's not as strong. But again, I mean, it's nice because he does have an OD wake up, which does help in a lot of situations. But it depends on who you talk to, right? A lot of Jamie players are kind of down on the character. Then you famously have someone like Automatic, who's just like, Jamie level 2 is broken, But DJ, obviously, so many tools, including that drive rush, including the feints all over the place, and the corner pressure is very scary for him, as you can see. And he charges up kicks so fast.
Yeah, he is so ready for that. And Namikaze, trying to go by with his quote against Horus Paulin. This is why he wants to win this. Horus Paulin getting checked. But look at all this drive rush. Going for the grab. Yes, you can grab drive impact if you're close enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, if it was a punish counter, it would have killed. But look at this. A perfect for Namikaze to start here. And again, I had mentioned the fact that Jamie has an OD wake up, but that doesn't do you any good against safe jumps. And DJ has safe jumps in spades and with punishes in spades as well. So here we go with another safe jump setup right there. And so what we haven't seen from Horus Paulin right now is one of the ways you can fight safe jumps is perfect parry. But we haven't seen that attempt from Horus at all yet.
Oh my gosh, what a check. Yeah, that's actually going to go into super. Dude, imagine. Are we going to see a double team?
I think this is going to kill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to kill. Oh my gosh. Double perfect. What a strong opening for Namikaze. Oh my gosh. Yo, I know he's like getting up and getting hyped. Like, yeah, I did that. I really did that.
Well, you know what? He's backing up the top. He starts with the jet engine right there, just dashing right in there with the drive rush.
Oh, I kind of like the idea of getting that anti-air on deck, but getting the crossover, and of course the corner pressure. Perfect parry.
Perfect parry. As I mentioned, that's something that Horus Paulin hasn't been doing at all, and Namikaze is showing it right here. Good tech from Horus, and of course Horus finally did get some damage there in that corner situation, and that is a punish right there. You can't just finish the target combo and do nothing. Got to go into the Rekkas and have him guess where to try to counter poke you.
There you go with 2 drinks in. Now we are just vibing. And of course, trying to close in. Yeah, that's going to be a punish. Are you going to go into Super 2 just to kind of close things out?
Looks like it. Make sure you have that rhythm. Look at that, the full rhythm. He got the full combo going there. Not sure which version he did. Maybe he did the medium one to make it a little easier. Not sure. Light one just because he knew it was going to kill.
Oh, I kind of like that. Yeah, just in between during drive rush, you definitely can interrupt. It's just so hard because it's like, I want to stop, because I want to bait that out, but it does not work out that way.
The drink as well.
Yeah, Namikaze is going ham, but Horus Paulin's trying to keep him seated. You are not going anywhere.
Right, back to full screen here, and Horus Paulin really hasn't been able to get anything started. And this is going to be one of the weaknesses of Jamie is that, dive kick is a way to get in, drive rush, heavy punch is a way to get in, but his avenues of entrance are definitely not as robust as DJ, especially with DJ's drive impact. And I love the fact that Namikaze is just, you know what? He's like, I have such a lead. I don't have to do anything. He hasn't been trying to drive rush in nothing.
Oh, goes for a regular grab just to close it out. Namikaze, a clean 2-0 over Horus Paulin. Horus Paulin is going to go to the loser side. He still has a chance, but oh, I just want to say Namikaze really know how to talk his ish. He definitely said it from his whole chest. He definitely did it. 2-0 over Horus Paulin. Man, that was like just confidence all around that I've seen that. And like his DJ is really scary. Like his anti-airs are on deck. But of course, I like how he stopped doing the DP anti-air because he got crossed up and got punished for it.
Right.
So he was like, okay, let me just chill and like hang out. And he was able to kind of keep Horus Paulin's like, you know, mental kind of like down under his belt.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, shout outs to Horus Paulin. A lot of times when that up kicks misses, DJ flies so far away. So shout outs to Horus Paulin knowing that he had to drive rush in there and get the punish. But at the same time, a double perfect to start for Namikaze and really set the tone early on. So basically just kind of sped through that 2-0 right there. And he is done for the day as well. As we can see, our established top 8 winners side will be Stunner going up against Kaio. And then Koma going up against Namikaze. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one because that's going to be Manon versus DJ there too.
Fun.
But now we move on to the loser side of the bracket. So let's take a look at that over here. As you can see there, Horus Paulin, Juninho Ras, Lendia Viva, and Ze da Manga are sitting there waiting for their opponents here in round number 2 of loser side. But we are going to start with HK Dash and the man himself, Ronaldinho. So yeah, as we mentioned, Ronaldinho going to the losers bracket in round number 1.
Yeah, that is super unfortunate. But again, we've seen that losers run. And like, it's actually a thing. Like, once you lose one round, you're just in a whole different mental, a whole different mood where you're like, okay, I got to go beast mode, baby. You know what I mean? So Ronaldinho making it to top 16 losers. Let's see if he'll have that spot in top 8. But of course, you know, we have more people in the loser side. You know, we got Didi Mokov against Dark Ross, Kyuki versus the Forstini, Zaydani versus Felipe.
Yeah, exactly. And Ronaldinho is going up against HK Dash, who was one of the best dictator players from South America,
man.
Brazil. His dictator was super strong, and you know, obviously Bison doesn't exist in this game, so I'm really curious to see what character HK Dash is going to go with.
He's definitely going to go for Cammy.
Cammy,
yes.
Oh, okay.
That's actually really interesting because I've seen HK Dash play JP before.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
so I thought that he was probably going to pull out the JP match against Blanca.
He just loves the psycho match. He's dedicated to Shadowloo, but I mean, you know what?
He's
Cammy,
wearing purple too. I love that his like team is like, yeah, we wore purple in this house, but
and Cammy used to be Shadowloo a long time ago, so I guess it kind of
know the lore.
Yeah.
And then we have Ronaldinho playing Blanca, which is really interesting because you know we've seen how destructive his Nash was in Street Fighter 5. So you think that he would probably play someone, let's say maybe like you know join the top tier army like Luke, maybe Ken or whoever. But it's really interesting to see that he's playing Blanca this time.
Hey, look, my opinion is that he did join the top tier army by going to Blanca. So,
well, we'll see those mix-ups. We'll see who will hold those. So here we go: Cammy, Blanca, Ronaldinho, HK Dash.
I mean, this can be a tough matchup for Cammy. So Cammy has to play really strong neutral, as you can see the start here from HK Dash. But it's really hard to take to the air against Blanca because Blanca's standing heavy kick works so well, even against altered timings with dive kick and such. But if HK Dash can keep getting these whiff punishes like this, he should be fine.
Oh, no, whip punish on the slide, but there we go with the ODDP. Man, Blanca balls all over your face.
Oh, what? Just had him walk into the knees. Okay, wake up DP for HK Dash, but not a lot of health left there. You see him try to basically bait out the anti-air with the late dive kick, but it wasn't fast enough to punish the back medium kick from Ronaldinho.
Oh, the back jump away. Oh, great interruption, but no combo afterwards.
Too far away for the drive rush knees. Tries to go for a little shimmy, and yeah, Ronaldinho's like, that's not a true block string. Aha! Obvious attempt at trying to rush down after the Blanca ball. Try to take advantage of the plus frames by drive rushing in there.
try to get a whiff punish off of the Blanca electric ball there. But I really like how HK Dash is trying to keep Ronaldinho into the corner. But, Blanca ball, you can definitely get out of there. So mobile.
Nice. Oh, and he had the proper punish counter combo too as well. But here we go, the Blanca ball mix-up time. This is where it starts getting really scary. That level 2, those characters with the strong level 2s, that was a great trade for HK Dash, actually preventing the mix-up. Here we go, tries to go in there, gets the throw.
Gotta be careful about the ODDP as well, that's what I'm saying! Oh my gosh! Yo, I was gonna say, like, that's kind of a commentator's curse too, because I'm just like, well, it's coming. It's right there.
Ronaldinho has shown that he is not scared to throw out the OD up ball so far.
Because I wonder if, like, once he sees green, he's ready to do that ODDP on deck.
Oh no, and then of course he still has a command throw.
Get the command throw, the first one that we've seen in this match. HK Dash still not scared.
Plus on block, but what a throw escape from HK Dash. Okay.
I like that option just because like you have more like versatility, like just kind of jumping back rather than doing DP. Because like what if you like get traded there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can see right now that HK Dash is trying his best to perfect parry that Blanca ball. Hasn't quite got the timing yet. And now checks the drive rush with just the raw knees. And here we go, corner pressure now, overhead, gonna be able to get the combo off this. Drops it!
Yeah, that's me. But there we go with the ODDP. Ronaldinho is not scared whatsoever. That's why he is at match points.
Oh man, you can't spell Ronaldinho without OD in there. So you know what, he's gonna be doing it all day. Oh. Oh, wow.
That could have been punished. Yeah, it's so important to have sound there too, because like you could definitely punish Blanca ball when he's just really close to you. But here we go, HK Dash showing how strong he is in the corner. ODDP once more. Yo, can we get like an ODDP counter on the desk here?
Right?
We gotta have that.
Especially because Ronaldinho's done at least 7 or 8 already in this set. And now, is he going to try to charge up that level 2? Oh no, here we go. Opportunity for HK Dash. He gets in there. Remember, Ronaldinho's still burned out here, so he doesn't have access to the up ball, but the button in the super, and now the level 2 mix-up. Oh, what the?
I'm just holding my breath right now.
I know. Oh my God. Just do the Blanca ball out of nowhere. Ronaldinho, and of course, remember, this is unfortunately the loser's bracket, which means HK Dash has been eliminated and Ronaldinho is going to be moving forward on the loser's side. Unfortunately for HK Dash, that's the last we're going to see of him this weekend. But again, as we've mentioned before, other ways to qualify World Warriors. So I'm sure that he'll be playing in all the World Warrior events as well.
Man, again, I really like how HK Dash definitely tried to kind of like play at Ronaldinho's pace. We did see him do, a bunch of like dive kicks, trying to like keep him grounded. But that's what I'm saying. When Ronaldinho sees green, he is going to do ODDP.
Yeah.
But it's just so hard to keep up with Ronaldinho, just going like super psycho, super crazy with those ODDPs. Man, it is literally like a horror movie. He's like, oh, he's going to do it again. He's going to do it again.
Yeah, you're like yelling at the screen, don't go in the door. Don't go in the door. And then, yeah, sure enough, HK Dash.
A jump scare indeed right there. So that's probably why like his losers run was like so dominant. He like you don't even know what to expect from Ronaldinho's Blanca. So again, he is going to go against Horus Paulin in the second round here.
I want to know what character Ronaldinho's opponent used to put him into the losers bracket. But again, the thing up for me about Blanca, like obviously he doesn't have the results that back up my claims of top tier for Blanca here, but I feel like he has so much room to continue to grow. He just has such a wide set of tools that I feel like people are gonna just even get stronger and stronger with this character. So Blanca's just, he's gonna be a character that I'm always gonna say to keep an eye out for, because I think Blanca's ridiculous.
Oh, 100%. Especially like if you don't really know how to fight against him and you're just like blocking his Blanca balls over and over again, that's literally giving him like a free drive meter. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the same thing with Honda, where if you're blocking his headbutt, you're just giving him free drive meter.
Yeah.
That's why you got to parry those things. But it's really hard too, because with Blanca, when he like stops midway, that's why like sound is so important, because when you hear that like that short Blanca ball, it's like, oh, okay, he's just gonna stop it from my face. I can like punish him when he lands. once.
Right.
But Ronaldinho, like he only did it once, like where he did the short Blanca ball.
Right.
So he just kept doing stuff like over and over again, and it's just like, okay, what's next? And then ODDP is like, oh, okay.
And you know what the craziest thing is? Thanks to that interview, you know, I said how Ronaldinho was like so wholesome and stuff, and then
are you taking it back?
I'm taking it back, Ronaldinho. No wholesome person plays Blanca.
Oh
okay,
my
I'm just telling you right now. All right, I'm just saying here. Anyways, let's find out who the next match is coming up here. So.
Oh my goodness. So we got Didi Mokov and Dark Roz. Let's go. And of course, we know who Didi Mokov is going to play. Having such a dominant Dalsum throughout the years of his career in Street Fighter, he is going to play Dalsum in Street Fighter 6. And of course, Dark Roz playing the toppest of the tiers, JP.
Yeah, both of these veterans of the Brazilian scene, as you can see, 36-year-olds and 38 years old. And recently on, I think it was the World Warrior here in US West, we saw Akita from Arizona do really well with Dalsum taking out Chris UCH and Chris T, Kens and stuff. This is another character that has endless upside, I feel like. Dalsum, yes, he doesn't have the OD wake-ups and such, but I feel like this character has nowhere to go but up, because Dalsum is just one of those characters that the more other people figure out their character, the more Dalsum understands what he has to counter, and I just feel like because Dalsum is such a counter character, he only just keeps getting stronger as the game goes on. But
exactly,
JP, everyone's
I
talking
mean,
about
like
JP.
you guys talked about JP. You already know what JP does, so we could talk more about Dalsum because we don't see a whole lot of Dalsums, right? Yeah, because you know what's funny is that I think it was from Mr. Crimson or like just someone else, but they're like, why don't you just play Dalsum? I'm pretty sure it was Mr. Crimson, but he was like, why don't you just play Dalsum? He's like, oh, he's boring. But he's good though, right?
Right.
Like, he's boring, but he's good. But we are going to see this match between Dalsum and JP. He's like,
you know what? I always want to get to a point where we can recognize who's what? He teleported into an air throw.
Yeah, but that was so low to the ground too. What the heck?
Oh my God! What a start for Dark Roz. But right now, Dark Roz falling down behind right now in life. Yeah, it's good spacing by Didi Mokov. Didi Mokov, of course, has been playing Dalsum forever, as you mentioned. Yep, the portal is just chilling there. Now, one of the good things about Dalsum versus JP is that
I thought he had the right idea because that fireball that was kind of bouncing through, it would have 2 hits, and then the dive kick from Didi Mokov would have had the 3rd hit, and that would have broke the drive impact. But I wonder if the fireball just extinguished and only went to like 1 hit or something. I don't know. That's such a weird interaction, but worked out in his end.
Yeah. Now, as I say, one of the nice things about Dalsum is that he kind of negates the portals, right? Because if you try to throw out a portal, he just floats above it and he just chills up there, and it's really hard for JP to take advantage of this. And look at this rush down. This is Zoner Dalsum, by the way.
Oh, trying to go for the instant air.
Oh, no, that's going to get a hit. That's going to hit. Woo! And he had the heavy Streebog for the wall bounce. So Dark Roz going to barely eke out round number 1 over Didi Mokov. And I feel like Dalsum, you know, against JP, he has the ability to play offense against JP as well as he can play defense. So I feel like Dalsum does well in this matchup, but
I think so too. Just because he has his like teleports, he has his limbs to kind of close the gap. But of course, JP having that utilization jumps over the drive impact.
Oh, he's just going for it because he knows he's burned out.
Yep.
He's like, I'm not scared, but you got to watch out
press a button.
For the amnesia. You have to be scared of the end. Oh, he's going to go for the level 2 just to bide some time. Oh, but he got hit and it stopped. No.
Yeah, that's super unfortunate, but this is looking pretty nice for Didi Mokov. Especially in the corner. Yep, meaty fireball. Oh, no. Drive impact down onto the dive kick. This is going to hurt.
Now back here, but as you can see, Didi Mokov just oh, he sniped him out of the air. Wow, that was not pleasant for Dalsum at all.
Oh, yep, he definitely saw that coming in, but you're going to go for the low forward. Very, very safe option.
Oh, and there's the anvil.
Oh, that's actually really sick. That's cool. That's cool.
And, you know, jumping at Dalsum and losing a 30 of your life is so discouraging. Oh, my goodness.
It's kind of like you're aging while watching this match because these guys are just zoning each other like crazy.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Just outside of the range of the standing heavy punch. Been able to escape the spikes so far, just kind of skirt around them. Here you go. She saw that Didi Mokov was trying to get aggressive all of a sudden. Nice counter by Dark Roz. Dark Roz now tried to get in there, tried to go for the throw.
Yep.
And he's burned out. This is dangerous.
Yep, there we go. The drive impact. Now we're just backing it out, doing a fireball.
Just going to go for the level 3 combo here.
Yep.
Bam!
So this one is definitely not going to kill. Probably like scaled just a tad bit, but this is going to put Dark Ross back into a healthy state. So let's see what he can utilize with the resources he has now.
Yep, you see how he just floats over the portals like that? And you know what? Take that trade all day. Oh, caught him in the landing.
Yeah, landing him down.
Oh, what a conversion!
That's it
for Dark Ross.
That's it. Dark Ross going level 3 super after the conversion that he saw Didi Mokov was in the air. Man, that was cold. That was cold.
Great awareness of Dark Roz. He was in the float stance, which means that he's in a forced knockdown state. And so he had the ground spike ready to go. That was genius by Dark Roz. Beautiful stuff. Oh, super Didi slide. That is not comfortable at all. And again, at this point, Dhalsim with that big life.
Again, the very first round, we see that air grab. And like how close Dhalsim is to the ground, it's like, oh, he's not going to air grab me. Oh, he actually air grabbed me. Okay.
That anti-air from Dhalsim, it's a slow startup, but if you get it out there, it beats a lot of stuff out there. Zaffarino was showing me a lot about that kick right there from Dhalsim. Oh, no, I think that was supposed to be a throw.
Misinput,
yeah.
for sure.
Dhalsim's like, I'm going to let the fireball land on me. Yeah, you don't have enough life. You don't have enough life there.
Exactly.
Okay, so Didi Mokov here winning round number 1. Dark Ross took round number 1 last time. Oh, that's going to be a nice combo there, but only gets the lights, the debug.
Oh, yep, there we go. As you mentioned before, like that kind of spaced out perfectly. But Didi Mokov going in for the dive kick and going in for the punish. Parry, parry, parry.
Yeah, but here comes the rush down Dhalsim. Try to drive rush in there, has the anti-air ready to go.
Oh, lands on the fireball. I thought I was going to hit him on the way down.
Right. Oh, no, that's punishable range.
Exactly.
That's punishable range right there. And now portal is gone. Yeah, you can see that's good spacing right there, but unfortunately he corners himself. Nice jump out by Dark Roz. Now Dark Roz has the corner position, but Dhalsim can teleport wherever he wants to. But we're going to spend the level 3 right now because we need this round. We want to try to take this game and take it 2-0 over Didi Mokov. Oh no, it's too close.
A little too close for comfort indeed. Dark Ross sitting at match point. Didi Mokov is still in, so we can't count him out just yet. He does have level 3 super on deck too.
He's got a lot of resources here. Any good touch right now can lead to, you know, 40%, 50% damage here. And speaking of...
Yep, there we go. Level 3 super.
You jumped, and now you just lost how much life here? Like 50% of your life by jumping at Dhalsim. Watch out, it's coming back!
Yeah, oh my gosh, the patience! Dark Ross going in for a command grab. Oh my goodness, now we are back to zone in. Teleportation gets behind you, nothing personal. Now we back away.
Gotta watch out for teleport into air throw, but that's why Didi Mokov teleported forward, get the portal off the screen.
Oh my gosh, I kind of like how he waited until like the last second that the portal was going to throw out its shard. Yeah, like right there.
Yeah.
And then teleports right next to him.
Oh, watch out, the fireball's still coming. No, it's too high
Oh,
up.
there we go. Oh, the
Amnesia, he's gonna be
amnesia.
able to punish that. And there it is, the one time Dark Roz goes for the amnesia, finds its mark, and he is able to get the kill off of that. Didi Mokov is out of the tournament, and Dark Roz is gonna move forward with the JP.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Dark Ross winning against Didi Mokov, of course, you know, one of the known players that we've seen, you know, in Street Fighter history. But Dark Ross, of course, having the JP pick. It's just like, you know you're strong if you're playing against playing JP. Because you think that both of these players, they're both playing like zoner characters, and it's like, oh, it could go either way. Dude. But just how dominant Dark Ross is.
Oh, we get to see this conversion over here.
Yeah, the conversion was so sick too.
Yeah, so this is gonna be in this round over here, but you can see how much damage Dhalsim could do to you right there. Oof.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, things are looking so great for Didi Mokov at this point. Look at this lead that he has, but then boom, boom.
That
dead.
was so sick, man. Dark Ross, you know, as much as I hate JP, I think Dark Ross is my favorite JP player so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Next to Flux Waves, but his JP is actually pretty sick.
You saw the Flux Waves versus Idom match, right?
Yes, I did. I went crazy. Yeah, that clip from High Fight.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, he literally cannot play the game for 60 seconds. But then he went in. I'm just like, well, that's GG's.
Kind of perfect at 17 seconds left.
Exactly.
Oh,
but anyway, so Dark Ross is going to proceed into the round 2 of losers, going against Juninho Raz.
Nice. The Raz versus Raz over here. And, you know, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, and I didn't get the information. I wish I got the information, but, you know, there's 26 different regions that we're going to have 26 different champions from the World Warrior events. These are the locals that are essentially being run online around the world. I'll try to get the information for the Brazil region World Warriors so you guys know where to sign up and where to I mean, most of these World Warriors are probably, you know, halfway through at this point, but the point system is designed in a way that you could still qualify even if you only play like in the last 2. You place high, get enough points. The finals, you'll go up against each other and still have a chance just to qualify instantaneously. But head on over to CapcomProTour.com for more information for these World Warriors to be able to get into Capcom Cup 10.
And that's what's really nice about the World Warriors is because like it kind of shines on like the locals that you see throughout the world, and it's like, oh, this guy is like secretly like, you know, like a sleeper or like a killer in, you know, in this region, but they just don't travel at all.
Right.
So of course, yeah, check out that World Warrior. But another thing that you can also check out is Bookler's I'm gonna say butt camp.
Butt camp.
Butt camp. Boot camp. So, okay. Anyway, excuse me. Introducing Buckler's Boot Camp, a free game-linked mobile-friendly website packed with features supporting your enjoyment of Street Fighter 6. Check out your player data as well as your rivals, such as friends, clubs, ranking information, and more at the ease of your fingertips. You can also find other information on character information, in-game events, rewards, and updates. There's also a column where Street Fighter developers discuss the secret story behind the creation of the game. Please make use of the Buckler's Boot Camp and enjoy a fulfilling fighter life. Actually, I'm going to download that because I've always wanted to just kind of like check out, you know, like the clubs and like the ranking information and like see who wants to join my club. You know, but that's actually really sick. I'm pulling out my phone right now and just scanning the QR code because I actually want to download that.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, shout outs to Capcom for, you know, going the extra mile, doing a lot of extra stuff there.
Yes.
Shout outs to their social media crew too. They're
they've been so great.
Dude, the clip of getting Aki to slither with Aki was hilarious, so I appreciated that. But also when the artist drew the Honda versus Aki thing, and then they recreated it in the game, that was actually pretty sick.
Dude, I love that. Dude, again, you know, when Aki comes out, everyone is going to love her. Like, she's great, and like just the way that, you know, she's kind of remembering Fang, like in her like flips and stuff.
The Fang bubble that she makes, dude, is so great. She's so happy. Anyways, look, we're also happy here because we're getting some great matches over here. We're going to have some more matches coming up after this break. Do not go anywhere. Find out who makes the top 8 on loser side tomorrow.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah. The avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day?
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Street Fighter 6.
Fighting is an art. And this is our canvas. Here, we flex our style, our passion, our creativity, our skills. We come here to break rules, to bend minds, to change the game. This is where we make an impression. Not just one. This is where we make our masterpiece.
Fighter 6.
Available now.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Street Fighter 6.
As if having one of the best players in Brazil was not enough reason to be excited. We actually have two of them with us right now, Brian. Right now we have Horus Paulin, and on the translation, we have my man's Ronaldinho.
Horus Paulin was #1 ranked in World Warrior with Ed in the final season. So we were looking at all the results, a lot of consistency.
So I want to ask, what's your World Warrior preparation like? You know, what goes into, you know, when you're leading up to a World Warrior event? How are you so consistent and how do you prepare for it?
Eu sempre joguei de maneira muito instintiva, né? E eu sempre evoluí de maneira instintiva também, né? Tudo que eu aprendi do jogo.
He always played by instinct. He always learned what to do by instinct. But he's not succeeding in that way right now. So he's using most of my method right now. We are playing a lot together and we are studying a lot together. The time is kind of short, so CPT is right on the corner. So we are doing the best we can. He's studying a lot. He's playing a lot right now. That's it. He's kind of changing the way he sees the game. He's not playing by instinct right now. He's trying. At least he's not trying to do it. He's trying to be more scientific about the game.
Horus, I actually have one more question for you, brother. Are those animal print sheets on your bed?
Ah, entendi. Agora. Eu acho que é onça pintada. Não, um negócio de onça pintada, tá ligado?
You know the greatest.
A tiger, you know?
Not a tiger.
Leopard print?
Yeah, it's kind of leopard. Yeah.
Mas não é de verdade não, pô, pelo amor de Deus.
Hey, Horus, just you know, hey brother, never raw DP. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Make sure you're thinking about it. If you're gonna DP, you can't be doing raw DP. Always a pleasure talking to some of the most phenomenal players that we have in the world, and especially in this region of Brazil. We've seen what he did in Capcom Cup, and now we are gonna see if he can punch his ticket into there again. Horus, it was a great talking to you, bro.
And welcome back to the Brazil CPT. We are here with top 16. Man, and like we're kind of almost done.
Yeah.
We're halfway there, but we've been seeing so many exhilarating matches so far. So thank you again for tuning in or just kind of waiting for us to come back.
Yeah, exactly. And I did get the information over there. It is Ryoran. I don't know if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but twitch.tv/RYORAN.
Yeah, Ryoran.
Yeah, who is basically running the World Warrior for the Brazil region over there for BR Kumite is what they call it.
Nice.
So that's the local that's being run over there. So if you are in the Brazilian region and you want to try to qualify through the World Warrior, as we said, it's probably a few weeks into it already, but that's where you're going to find all the information. And of course, is being run by Ryoran himself. So there you go.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, there you go. Then there you have it. So we are going to see that bracket of top 16 so far. So we are here in the top 16 losers. So we just seen, let's see, Didi Mokov and Dark Ross. Man, what a crazy match. But I'm sure that we're going to see some more crazy matches here going on forward. So we got Kyuki and Zaydani, Zaydani, Felipe, and of course in round 2 losers we got Horus Paulin against Ronaldinho, and we were just talking about them, Junior Ross, Dark Ross, Lendia Viva, and Ze da Manga. They are waiting patiently in round 2.
Yep, but it's going to be Kyuki and the Force 90 coming up here next. And as we see over here, a very, very young player here, 19 years old, going up against the Force, 33 years old. But as you see right there, modern, is that modern Ken?
Yes, it is modern Ken. You know, it's funny because it's like all my like old man skills are kind of deteriorating. So you're gonna play modern, right? Right? Am I right?
And look, modern can be a little tricky. It's we still have our execution marine. don't be. We're not all suffering from arthritis in our hands just yet, okay?
But I mean, when you think about it, like Ken, who's also like one of the best characters in the game, and of course playing modern, it's just like. I mean, are you trying to like break the game or something? Like playing a top tier with, really good buttons, the reactions, one button super, all that stuff. But again, we have Kyuki playing JP as well. JP being the top tier character as well that we've just seen in the match between Dark Ross and Didi Mokov. So much tools, so much resources that JP can do. But again, Ken. I mean, like his Jinrai, his Dragon Lash, like everything that he has is just so annoying. You're just like, when is it my turn? Can I press a button? And it's just like,
and the beautiful thing about Ken, honestly, is that he is not as starved for drive gauge as a lot of other characters. I mean, he literally can get off of a crouching light punch, a side switch combo, decent damage for no meter whatsoever. And so that actually is really strong. However, modern Ken does not have access to crouching light punch.
Yeah, when you're playing modern, you do lose a couple of buttons. And of course, like playing modern, you don't do a lot of damage.
Yeah, you lose a little bit damage on the shortcut special moves.
You
still do the inputs. However, you're still missing some stuff. For example, Ken does not have any Dragon Lash except for the heavy Dragon Lash, which of course is the main one anyway, so it's all good. Nice defense, using the parry to get past all that. But look at this pressure right now from Kyuki just in the corner.
Oh, there we go. I kind of like how he did just like a back jump, just kind of like see if he can leverage like just a small space in between the corners. And was able to get a big punish. And like I'm telling you, dude, you gotta guess. You gotta guess if it's an overhead. You gotta guess if it's a low.
Yeah, but we just saw that side switch from Ken, the meterless side switch. And no drive rush cancel off that crouching immediate kick. Didn't believe it was going to hit. There it is, the pressure. Tried to go for a shimmy. Beautiful interruption. And again, that is one of the powers of having modern, right? It's so much easier to interrupt drive rush cancels with your ODDP.
And that's what I'm saying too, is like when you see green, like that's when you're gonna do ODDP or just, you know, do a low forward, especially if you're spaced out pretty well.
Yeah, green means go, right? So for both of you.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So as soon as he sees green, he's just gonna hit the 2 buttons just like that again. And it's, I mean, the thing about it is a negative in terms of drive gauge. You're going 2 bars against the 1 bar from the raw drive rush, but still you're shutting that option down so much. But when you're burned out, you gotta hold this mix up. Here we go. Ah, there it is. The virtual unblockable.
Oh, yep. That is gotta hurt, especially when you're in burnout. Like, you really can't do a whole lot. I know for a fact that maybe if the Forest had, you know, maybe some drive meter to do DP in between, but again, it's like a very long block stun, so you just gotta wait it out. Hope for the best. And there we go with the low forward. That's gonna be huge. Oh no,
drops the combo. Drops the combo.
That's okay. We call them resets, but let's pick it back up. Oh my gosh, here we go. That's what I'm saying.
No, it was too far. It was too far, unfortunately.
The 1 button super. I like the idea because once you see like that fireball coming from Kyuki, it's like, okay, it's my turn to shine. But again, too far away. Kyuki going into level 2 super. It's gonna be really good damage. And of course the corner carry as well is present. But the side switch, no!
Tried to go for the mix right there, turned it into the throw mix up. What a throw tech from the Force. But now walking into the portal spike. And now things are looking great for Kyuki, but I like... Oh, he didn't do the follow-up, so this is gonna be a big punish. Here we go. Run cancel towards the corner. What's the mix? Tries to go for a shimmy, and no bites from the Force. I'm sorry, no bites from Kyuki.
Oh, there we go. Yep, see green. Gonna interrupt ya, and that is going to kill Kyuki, going 1-0 over the Force.
The Force was starting out so strong with those the ODDPs blowing up all the drive rushes and stuff, but you know, Kyuki clutched out round number 2 and then was able to take round number 3 pretty convincingly, and now a punish counter for 2,000 damage right there.
Oh, that low. Oh my gosh, that is kind of sneaky. I have never really seen it because usually JP would just kind of do like heavy kick after the teleportation just to kind of get some mix-ups in going on, pressure, all that jazz. But Kyuki keeping the Force 90 into the corner. Oh, gets stuck by the fireball, trying to do drive impact just to apply more pressure.
Oh, what a check with that cane. That cane, so good. But a nice DP. Of course, you have got modern reactions right there, but okay, towards the corner. This is what we have here. He goes for the DP option, not the Tatsu. Oh, gets him to spend the meter. Yeah, again, JP having that fake fireball is so powerful. Gets you to burn your own meter out and then can also bait you out and get him for that throw. But what a dashing with that heavy punch.
Yeah, that low is so good. Just kind of like apply, like, you know, make sure that you're watching your feet.
Nice.
Yep, drive rush going into it again. I also forgot that like Ken actually excels in this matchup because he could just like drive rush through those fireballs. Great DP. Here we go, crossover. But no, you cannot do that to me. I am JP.
Oh, wow. Goes for the back heavy punch. So notice that the Force was never crouch blocking, so he just found that in there. The reactions with the drive impact.
Coming.
That's a way that you can actually blow up the Dragon Lashes. And right now, Kyuki's showing that, hey, you know what? You don't have to be modern controls to have these nice one-button reactions, but look at this big damage into the level 3.
Yeah, that's actually going to kill for sure.
Is this going to kill?
I just know.
Hey, I'm always wrong. That's why I just asked, and that's the end of it right there.
It was a question. Are you sure about that? You sure about that? But anyway, still match point for Kyuki. Nice ODDP. Get off of me.
Again, just seeing the green and going for it. And you see what Kyuki's actually trying to do. It looks like he's just activating a drive parry to see if he can trigger that. Oh, baits out the OD amnesia. Reset, but it was a true combo there, so it actually didn't wall splat. Oh, now you got to... Oh, yeah, throw down. But it wasn't a punish counter, so he actually didn't take that much damage. And here comes Ken with his headbutt, the Honda headbutt of the drive rush heavy punch.
Oh, I think he was kind of baiting out for anti-air because on the way down he would have punished his anti-air and that would have been a close game for him. But with punish on the grab, on the spike. Oh my gosh, now we're
Oh
burnout.
no, you're in burnout, and Kyuki has available to him a level 2, and that's exactly what he's going to do. This might just be it right there. Actually getting hit out of the air was... Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that low. That is super unfortunate, especially like going out when you're in burnout against JP. That's what he wants you to be in because he could just keep chipping you out over and over again. So Kyuki is unfortunately sending the Force 90 home. Kyuki advancing into round 2 and losers.
Yeah, it's one of the scariest. I mean, I've mentioned that, you know, I feel like JP's strength comes a lot from his offense rather than his zoning. But that's only if you can block all the spikes and not take any damage, you know. We talked about the IDOM match where he blocked like 900 spikes and got a perfect at, you know, 16 seconds left or something, because obviously when you're not in burnout, specials don't do chip damage. But as soon as you're burned out, fighting against JP becomes one of the most like hopeless feeling things in the world.
Oh, 100%, yeah. And of course, you know, we did see the Force 90 do all those parries because, especially going against JP, oh my gosh, at that one button super, he definitely had the right idea, but just a tad bit too far.
And if that had connected, I think he would have been up 1-0 and we would still be playing right now.
Exactly. But, you know, the Force 90, I was going to say that his parries were on point. You know, he was doing parries over and over again just to kind of combat through JP's, you know, shenanigans here. But again, like I mentioned before, being in burnout is so scary against JP because you're going to get chipped out over and over again. He blocked low. If he had meter, he would still be alive, but obviously that chip did so much damage.
Yeah.
So it looks like Yuki is going to advance into round 2. But hey, look at this. Look at all these players too, you know. Again, you know, we've mentioned before Ronaldinho making the losers run going against Horus Paulin, and then Juninho Ras going against Dark Ras, Lendia Viva going against Kyuki, and then now we have the final match in round 1. We got Zaydani versus Felipe.
Okay, so as you can see here, again,
A young player. That's
another.
what Ronaldinho said. You know, like the scene is growing. We got these young players, and of course, you know, like some of these players that are coming from different genres of games too, coming to play Street Fighter 6, and it's like their jam now. It's their mojo. So it's really nice to see that these young players and like even like other players just coming in to play Street Fighter 6. So again, 35 years old, Zaydani, and then we have 19-year-old Felipe. Woo!
Absolutely. And, you know, it's crazy because, you know, players like this coming in here, 19 years young, and going up against all these other players, really curious to see what his mentality is coming into this kind of scene, you know, being the new kid on the block, if it's any sort of intimidations or anything like that. But let's actually see what Felipe actually has to say about this matchup coming up here.
Yeah, so Felipe, all the players who qualified to this top 16 are very strong, but I've been playing the game since its launch day. Even though I wasn't able to play as much as I'd like to, I'm happy to qualify for my first top 16 of a CPT online. And you know what? That is so great. Like, that is so kick-ass because, again, like, Felipe was able to play the game from launch, and, like, the game came out on June 2nd, right?
Yes.
June 2nd. So, again, like, you have about, like, is it 3 months? Or 2.5 months?
Over 3 months now.
Over 3 months, like, under your belt, and you've made top 16 in one of the strongest regions ever. Like, seriously, give yourself a pat on the back. And even, like, I don't care if you're in, like, winners or losers. Like, that's still, like, something that you should really be proud of yourself in.
300 some entrants, I think, that there was at this event again. So there's a lot of people coming into these events here and vying for this championship to qualify to Capcom Cup 10. So yeah, getting into top 16 out of 300 players is super impressive. So shout outs to Felipe, and he is going to be using that JP. And we've got
Maritza. Let's go.
So
Muscle mommy on deck, dude. She is my girl. I love her.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, the thing about this character, again, I love the fact that they were able to make this character like a 2-touch damage kind of character. I mean, look how much damage that one phalanx did right there. It was a huge amount of damage.
Exactly. Because, like, if you guess wrong, like, probably twice against Maritza, you're kind of done.
Yeah, you're dead. If she has got that level 3, and sometimes if she has a level 3 and you're burned out with no meters, one wrong guess, you'll be dead. You're just basically killed. And in a burnout situation is Felipe. Nice anti-air, and there it is. Gets the wall splat here.
Yeah, especially that you didn't have any super to kind of interrupt that drive impact startup. It's kind of hard, but again, like you are back in a healthy state. You still have some health.
Yeah, but you saw right there, Felipe, you know, with the awareness to try to perfect parry that safe jump. So, you know, you can tell he's already got a lot of the higher level options in mind right now. Let's see if Zaydani, if he ever gets that safe jump set up again, decides to empty jump into Scootum command grab instead. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
4.
You don't want to deal with that medium punch Gladius mix-up from Marisa.
Yeah, it's never fun to be in. Oh my gosh, here we go with the random drive impact.
See, the reactions have nothing to do with age. Even at 19 years old, you're going to get caught by drive impact, man. So there you go. Happens at any age.
Man, that is so hilarious because when I say like random drive impact, it just kind of reminds me of the time when I did play a Gen at the at an event in Canada. He was like, why do people do drive impact in this randomly in this region? I'm just like, it works, so you got hit.
Oh man. Oh wow! Missed time the meaty on that ghost. Interesting, and that should be a link combo right there. And yeah, again, it looks scary right now, but one hit right now from Marisa will actually take this round. And there it is again. 4.
Oh no, putting yourself in burnout, but going into level 2 super, you literally have to guess.
Can't do anything. Can't
the
do
lows.
anything.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those. The time. The JP players have it timed now so that sequence right there, they can hit low when the ghost that hits high hits you at the same time. It's basically an unblockable, and there's really nothing you can do about it.
Exactly.
Especially since a regular Scootum can't block or can't parry lows. So she doesn't even have, oh my god, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, it is actually gonna hurt. And of course, utilizing the Super 3 just to get that corner carry too. This is going to be huge for Zaydani, but Felipe's gotta guess, see what we got here. What do we have in store? Are we going to see that random drive impact from Zaydani, or are we just going to see the Superman punch? Yep, I see that.
Gets the Superman punch right in there, and now back to full screen. And you can see right here, as long as he parries late, he's always going to be able to be at a net 0 on that. So he's not going to be losing drive gauge, because that's what Felipe wants to do, is to try to burn that drive gauge, as you can see right now. Down halfway.
Ooh, okay, going for the low. Yeah, there we go. Punish. Yeah, with punish off the Gladius. Oh, so ready! Zaydani going 1-0 over Felipe. Oh my goodness.
That's a nice check on that teleport.
That was sick. I like that. I like that.
I mean, because you're so scared that, I mean, you had mentioned JP likes to come down with that heavy kick off of the teleport.
Every time, but sometimes they would actually come down with like an empty empty in hand, and then just going for like the crouching
throw
low
or a low.
Throw. Yeah, exactly. And it's just so freaking scary because you're like, all right, I got different options. I'm going with option 1. Oh, he actually went with option 3.
Yeah.
Well,
basically, yeah, Zaydani with the right read right there got the check. And so are we going to get a character switch here potentially?
Or it could be just more of like, oh, I got to take a breather. I got to see what I'm doing wrong, you know, and that's always valid too, because we've seen that in so many instances with competitive play. Man, it's just like seeing those emotes or whatever. It's just, this game is so unserious. I just love it. Because like one thing is that I thought JP would be like an evil mastermind of Shadowloo, but he's just literally their financial advisor.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that is so random, but I mean, he looks pretty posh, so I'm pretty sure he is the financial advisor.
You saw that safe jump set up that time, but Felipe did not go for the parry at all. Maybe he was expecting Zaydani to try to bait out the parry that time. But look at this corner. Oh, nice. And you know what? Marisa players have become so good at jumping air-to-air as anti-air, because Marisa doesn't really have very good anti-air options, right? I mean, you can do armor Gladius. There's risks to that, etc.
Exactly.
But air-to-air is a pretty safe one if you have that reaction. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like going in empty-handed, just going for a grab, and that is like a punish counter too, which is like you'd expect that you're going to, you know, do a parry just to see on the way down. But there you go, the drive reversal. Those have been very successful on Felipe's end. Oh no, no, Denied.
No. All right, finds a okay. And again, I mean, honestly, one of the nice things about Marisa, one of the more underrated drive rushes, I think, because if you don't stop the drive rush, she just goes full screen, and look at all that burnout right there. So, oh, he just goes for it. No reaction.
Drive impact.
Didn't get the kill
Oh,
on
okay,
that.
that's actually really smart. Yep, turning that super out just to get some more room for yourself.
Got
Go for a
it!
little forward. Felipe is still alive in this, but Zaydani still sitting at match point.
And that's hard for Zaydani right there, because what that means is that you spent the level 3 and didn't get the round. So you basically lost that meter, unfortunately. And you see Felipe right now still sitting there with the 2 bars. Will definitely get 3 bars before the end of this beautiful, perfect parry.
That was actually really sick. I didn't know that you could parry her Gladius, just because, like, I know you can't drive impact her Gladius because, oh my gosh, Felipe! Oh, yep. Good punish on the teleportation activation. That's going to work out for you.
Keep him in there. But you know what? That's at least the second time Zaydani's just been able to jump raw out of the corner, but doesn't have the level 3, so can't kill on this. Yeah! So fakes the safe jump, was expecting Zaydani, I mean, maybe expecting Felipe to try to go for the parry. Went for a second jump, and I don't know what happened right there. Felipe just didn't react to the neutral jump and just got caught raw by the jumping attack. Zaydani is going to prove right now that, you know, veteran status is going to move on. But as you mentioned earlier, shout outs to Felipe, 19 years old.
Felipe, like, it's just that he was confident enough to know that, like, you know what, I'm super happy that I made top 16. I'm probably like one of the best players in the Brazil FGC, and he definitely has shown it. Of course, going against Zaydani, he knows the matchup from top to bottom, and it's like really nice to see that he was able to output some damage, go for some mix-ups, and especially against JP too, because like once you're in his face, it's like, all right, finally here I am at the finish points. And again, like in that little mix-up that we mentioned before, you know, into the corner, we've seen, okay, so like right here in this instance, oh my gosh, that was so good with the low forward and the perfect parry. Again, like I mentioned before, you cannot do drive impact with the Gladius because you will get eaten alive. And that jump in, that is super unfortunate.
Felipe just didn't stand up again after that, and so just ate that jump in raw. Maybe he tried an anti-air crouch heavy punch and it was too late. I didn't see if there was a counter hit there or not. Regardless, Felipe is out, but you know, hopefully we will be seeing a lot more of
100%.
You know, I'm old enough that I can say this. I hope we see a lot more of this kid, you know, as time goes on here in this region. He's got a bright future for himself getting here, top 16 at the CPT Brazil. But that is round 1, and we have lost HK Dash, Didi Mokov, the Force 90, and Felipe. And now we're going to find out which of the next 4 players are going home and which of the next 4 players will get to that top 8 on the loser side.
Man, look at that. It is looking pretty snazzy. So again, you know, I just want to recap the round 2. So we got Horus Paulin versus Ronaldinho, Ronaldinho Ross, Dark Ross, Lendia Viva, Kyuki, Ze da Manga, and Zaydani FGC. But the first match we're going to see in round 2 is Horus Paulin and Ronaldinho.
Yeah, Ronaldinho bringing back that Blanca. And Horus Paulin, remember how confident he was going into his match? He's like, you know what, should be able to win. Oh no, actually, it wasn't him who said
Namikaze.
it was a yeah, Namikaze
He's
was
still
the one.
Winners.
Yeah, Namikaze actually was the one that actually was confident and actually beat Horus Paulin pretty soundly. So let's see if Horus can actually bounce back here against Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
But again, Ronaldinho, one of the veterans of the scene of Brazil. So it's going to be a lot of work here. But, you know, one of the things that's cool is you like seeing when the young players on the come up are basically starting to take out the veterans, because that means your scene is alive and well and thriving, and there's a great future for your scene.
And that's what Ronaldinho has been mentioning so many times, that like the scene, but the Brazil FGC has been growing and has been getting so many strong younger players, and of course players from different genres of games. So it's really nice to see that we're all getting together to play an excellent game such as Street Fighter 6. So
Blanca and Jamie, okay, this is definitely a match that I have not seen a lot of. So
this will be interesting for sure, just because like Jamie is just more of like a footsie heavy character. Blanca's just gonna keep playing, like, you know, just playing Blanca Ball over and over again. And we've seen Ronaldinho's match, like he would just do Blanca Ball over and over again, be unexpected. Yeah, look at how much health he's ready. Lost. Here we go.
What?
Super
Really?
one. That's actually really smart. He's like, oh, I see it. I see the hit. Let's go.
Dang, that's a nice confirm into a level 1 to finish off right there. Oh, now out of the air is going to get this juggle with the Amazon River Run. Here we go, the full combo in the corner here. Good drive parry choice there to avoid the now. You got to watch out for throw. Wow. Here we go again.
I like how you say watch out for throw. Gets thrown.
Yeah.
Oh, nice try on the whiff punish, especially on that short Blanca ball. Like I mentioned before, like sound is so important. Does not matter. Ronaldinho going 1-0 over Horus Paulin. Man, this is a speed run. Okay, we're going into the next round. Holy
yeah,
crap.
I know. There's no breaks here at all whatsoever. That's
hard to punish.
Yeah. You have if he does that at the right range, very difficult to punish. But now here comes Horus Paulin. I mean, 2 games in a row now. We haven't had a chance to see Horus get much going here. Unfortunately, right now he's fighting a Blanca, and so he's just kind of getting overrun. Let's hope Horus Paulin. Nice! There we go. Punishes the short Blanca ball.
Let's go. Oh, there we go with the Blanca slide.
Also has a level 4 drinks now, so very dangerous here. You also got to watch out for that command throw from him. Oh, he's going to be able to punish this. Nice! Gets the juggle. Get a little bit of drive gauge back from the drink now because he's already at level 4. What? You just went back. You blocked the jab and then you just went the knees again.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think Ronaldinho is like chugging like 10 Red Bulls in between just to make sure he matches that same energy that Blanca is showing Jamie right now. But Horus Paulin was able to get that perfect parry just like the previous match. Right. He's able to get that corner carry. But it does not matter against Blanca. He will Blanca ball out of there. ODDP. I do not want to be in the vicinity here. Oh, man.
All right, goes for the heavy Blanca ball. Oh, here we go, throw. He's going to go right in. Yeah, tried to bait out the EXDP from Horus Paulin. Nice that Horus was able to restrain right there.
Oh, we drink it twice.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
punish.
Actually used the level 4 charge ups as a preview to DP that, but then gets perfect parried on the wake up. That was a punish counter. That was actually far enough and fast enough.
There we go with the command grab. Yep, we are going to see a kill here into level 3 super. Man, with Jamie's hair down, it's like I could kind of smell his shampoo from here. Like, what kind of shampoo do you use, Jamie?
You know, I feel the same way as Jamie right now.
Yeah, your hair is flowing in the wind.
Little do you know, they actually based Jamie's hair after mine. You know, no,
that's why you're in the game.
Exactly. That's why his name's Jamie, right? I mean, it's they couldn't just straight up call him James.
Okay, James. Anyway, Ronaldinho is done with your stuff here.
All right. Fair enough. You're not gonna let me keep filling myself with my hair here. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, dude, level 2 super for Blanca is so good because you literally had to sit there, block, and wait for the right opportunity. Like right there, it's like, okay, I can probably be free here, try something else, but no, Blanca is still his turn.
Yeah, good reaction from Ronaldinho as well. He went for the down Blanca ball to try to bait out the parry so he could run up and throw it. Oh boy, the damage. Here we go. This should be able to kill.
That
level
is
2.
Kill.
No, it's not enough just yet, and you're burned out. Oh, it's scary.
I'm so.
Oh,
wow. No, that's unfortunate. Goes for the sneaky slide, but Horus Paulin is not asleep at the wheel. He is still alive in this 1-1.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Really glad that we've been able to see, Horus Paulin get some game in here and get one on the board here against Ronaldinho. Oh
no, he did have the right idea though, but it just got on like the other side of Blanca.
Dude, it's so hard to tell where that rainbow ball is landing, I swear. It's weirdly trickier than it. Oh, big damage. Here we go, big damage now. And into the corner, gets the throw. Ronaldinho needs to find a way out of here. Pressure again. Yep, just goes for the one. No, that's going to go the wrong way.
Look at Ronaldinho. What is he doing? He's like, is it my turn yet? Okay.
The shuffle right there. Oh, no, you're burned out.
Yeah, because you don't have super to interrupt in between the drive impact. That is super unfortunate, and that is literally a free round for Ronaldinho, sitting at match point against Horus Paulin.
First time we've actually seen the Blanca Chan. I mean, as scary as the Blanca Chan is in the corner, the mix-up is you need to land a rainbow roll in the corner. It's very specific setups that give you the frame advantage to be able to throw out that Or you can actually throw it out a screen away, too, and just use it as a way to approach. But I don't think that's the issue for Ronaldinho right now, because look at this. He is just going in there.
Dude, he is just going ham, and like I still stand by what I said. Like Ronaldinho is actually drinking like 10 Red Bull cans right now.
I'll say, oh my goodness.
Going for the grab. Yeah, that is gonna kill. Ronaldinho going 2-1 over Horus Paulin. Man, he is really going through that loser's run. Literally lost.
That's right.
Yeah, because he lost the first round. Now makes his way into top 8.
Wow.
Top 8.
So Ronaldinho, I mean, this is what we call in the FGC, the old school FGC will always call this the John Choi route, because this is what John Choi used to do all the time. I know I've told the story a lot, but he was famous for going into the losers round and the first round and then winning the tournament. Like that was like the John Choi route, and Ronaldinho is living up to that right now because he is looking so strong here. But I am still really glad that we got to see one good game out of Horus Paulin here.
Dude, yeah, he was doing the OD parry, not parry, the OD command grab.
Yeah.
That was so sick because we saw that he command grabbed him after the parry. But we've actually seen some good stuff coming from Horus Paulin. Oh my gosh, that was so sick. Getting that big punish.
But then, unfortunately, you just get stuck here in the corner. And then once Blanca gets Blanca-chan out, these combos last forever. That combo wasn't even over yet. He had more hits to go after that into another setup for Blanca-chan, but he didn't need it. He's going to take that victory 2-1 over Horus. So shout-outs once again to Horus, and shout-outs for him for also jumping on and, you know, doing the interview with Rob TV when we were coming back from the break. So that was really cool there.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, we do see, like, let's say, like, some friendly banter, some rivalry going on. So it's really nice to see that, like, literally everyone in the CPT, everyone knows everyone. Especially, like, no matter what game that you came from or, like, how young you are. It's like, I know I see you playing that JP, like, Felipe. Like, his JP is mad good. But
and they're all from the same region. So when they're playing online, you know they're running into each other all day. All day.
Dude. It's so cool to see. But, again, yeah, with his top 16 so far. So again, we have Janino Ross, Dark Roz, Lendia Viva, Kyuki, Ze da Manga, and Zaydani. So we still have some more coming at ya.
Yeah, and you know what? There's also a lot of Street Fighter League action coming at you as well. Street Fighter League for Japan is already underway. And as you can see, there's so many teams here. I think a few of these teams have been eliminated already, but you definitely want to check out all the VODs for these on Capcom Fighters on YouTube, youtube.com/Capcom Fighters, with Vicious and Saint Cola guiding you through the matches with their commentary. So again, the first stage has already been completed, and so check them out, and you get to learn so much by watching all these different Japanese players do some work in the Street Fighter League Japan.
Definitely. And, you know, what else is really nice, especially when you're trying to, like, take a little break from watching a whole lot of Street Fighter. You know, I do take breaks here and there. But one thing that I'm actually super excited to see is Pockets. So this is super cute. Look at that. Oh, I love, like, the little, like, 8-bit kind of style to it. So if you want to take a break from the game, head over to Buckler's Boot Camp, where you can play Pockets, a minigame in which you develop your character by training cute dog characters. The service is based on the motto Praise and Develop, which is the intention of Buckler's president. Feel free to register as a member, and let's work up a good sweat together. Dude, again, that looks so freaking cute, especially when it says let's work a good sweat together. It's like, oh, that means, like, you know, I'm at the, like, I go to the gym, right? Like, I go to the gym and we're just kind of hanging out, and I'm just like, oh yeah, you know what, why don't I just play Pockets? That is so cute. I love that. I'm definitely gonna get that.
Do I need more things to take up my time, like Street Fighter Duel? I don't know. We'll see what but of course, you know, it's time to fly to play those games, but when it's time to eat, that's when you actually try to head out to Chipotle as well. The carne asada is back on the grill for Chipotle. You know, this comes and goes. It doesn't stick around forever. So while it's back right now, make sure you take your chance to go order some carne asada, tender cuts of steak with lime, cilantro, and signature spices. Use the Chipotle app, or maybe, you know, go talk to Sajam, go hang out at Sajam stream, you know, and I mean, he'll try to hook you up with some of that Chipotle as well.
Yo, I'm about to message him right now, like, yo, hook me up with that Chipotle, please.
Got Sajam, the brand ambassador for Chipotle over there, holding that burrito bowl in his hand on that Twitter post so seductively, you know? I mean, come on. I mean, as soon as I saw, I had Chipotle yesterday, and it was because of Sajam. I kept seeing it, and I was like, you know what? I need to get Sajam. I mean, I need to get Chipotle, not Sajam. Sorry, that sounded
I mean,
weird.
Sajam is part of Chipotle,
Yeah,
so I
true,
guess you
it's
kind of
true.
mean the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. But download the app and make sure you get the order over there. You know, just order online through the app, pay for it on the app, walk into the store and be like, hey, my name is James. You have an order for me, and they hand you a bag and you walk out and it's just get to
Just walk on style, and
all
there's
the
just like an explosion behind you, like you know, in those movies.
And then I can eat the chips on the drive home. So it's great. It's great.
Man, well, so far we've seen, you know, a bunch of these great matches, and I'm just so excited to see even more. Like, again, the Brazilian FGC has been so strong once again, and I'm just always like in awe every time.
And we're going to find out the last 3 players are going to make the top 8 after this break. Don't go anywhere, guys. More Street Fighter 6 after this.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever.
Time to work, time to work. When inhaled, coriamurtin blocks the gamma-aminobutyric acid receptors in the central nervous system, causing spasmodic muscle contractions.
Master, it's a work of art! It's perfect!
What to do with you now? So, shall we put him out of his misery? Time for some experimentation. I bet poison would work wonders on you. I wouldn't move if I were you. Poison's on the menu. I'm finished with you. I have you. It's over. My order's dead. Let's do now. Here, there, then here, and... My magnum opus! Is my poison kicking in?
Street Fighter 6.
I present the Hunter from Komura.
This
Juninho Ross, a player that we saw absolutely dominate with his Ryu in the Brazil's region back in Street Fighter V. We see what he did at Capcom Cup, and then now in Street Fighter 6, he is bringing that same energy. Juninho, pleasure to have you with us, bro. What's going on?
Hello, Rob. Hello, Brian. I'm very glad to be here. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, your Ryu in Street Fighter V, I actually got to play it a little bit myself at the end of Street Fighter V's lifespan. Very offensive. You had a lot of great matches at Capcom Cup. I mean, a lot of people remember that super close set you had with Ending Walker. So I was a big fan of the take you took with Ryu in that game. Now you're not playing Ryu anymore. So who are you playing, and what kind of play style are you bringing to Street Fighter 6?
Now I'm playing with Luke, that I felt he was a little bit stronger and more competitive in the game. So I will be playing Luke in the next events, and I may have a Ryu for second character. I love him. Okay. We love the character.
So Juninho, on the show recently, we've actually been talking about what makes people pick certain characters, what personality type things. What draws you to Ryu?
Oh man, Ryu is a character that is always struggling. Like I have this great power inside me, that is the Satsui. However, it is bad, so I just cannot use it. I am very glad that he now in Street Fighter 6 he completely dominated the Satsui. For him being the protagonist and having these struggles, that's why I choose him, because there's no perfect man, there's no perfect person in the world. So that's like us all. We are all struggling, so that's why I choose him.
Wow, I fear for the man you pick Ryu against in tournament, because when the Ryu player knows all the lore. Yeah, he's bringing up the lore, talking about how Ryu has overcome his.
I didn't even know all that. The details he went into with it.
Oh, imagine making it to the top 8 expecting the Luke, and then Juninho busts out the Ryu. You just know it's gonna hit different in that moment. Oh man.
I do this. When Luke is getting destroyed, I just put Ryu and let God decides whatever happens in the match. You mean that the full power is coming off? The true character is coming. That's it.
You heard it from the man himself, and hopefully he inspires all of you to find your very own Ross style.
And welcome back to the Brazil CPT. We are finally here, almost at the finish line, wrapping up top 16. I am joined here with James Chen and myself. Green, hello. Hello. Jazz hands.
But no, I mean, it's so crazy to hear Juninho Ross talking about the lore like that.
It's so funny. Yeah, and of course, I really love how they brought up the very first teaser of Street Fighter 6. I remember when we were at the Capcom finals for I think it was 2021 or 2022. Oh,
it was the exhibitions. It was the exhibition matches.
And we were all at the analysis desk, and we were just watching. And it was like, who is that? Oh, it's Ryu.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, who is that? Oh, that's Luke. He looks different.
Yeah, I remember we were all getting so hyped.
Yeah.
One of us even was lifting a chair or something like that, right?
Yeah, so. I don't know who that was.
Anyways, one of these players is definitely going to be lifting a chair in celebration once we get to the top 8 and finish that out tomorrow. But we're just trying to find out who's playing tomorrow. We got 3 more matches here in the losers bracket. And we are going to have the player that we just saw interviewed, Juninho Ross, coming up against Dark Ross. I wonder if someone can let me know on Twitter or something like that what the significance of the -RAS Ross moniker is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that actually stands, if it stands for something or if it's just a common phrase in Portuguese or something like that. So I'm not 100% sure.
We want to know the lore too, so let us know. And then we have Lendia Viva versus Kyuki and Ze da Manga versus Zaydani. And of course, we did see Horus Paulin go against Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho topping off 2-1 and just sitting in top 8, waiting to play tomorrow.
That's right. So we'll find out who he's going to go up against between Juninho Ross and Dark Ross, who are going to be coming up here. Once again, 2 players who are more veterans of the scene. Dark Ross was able to defeat one of the veterans already in Didi Mokov. and see if he can actually try to take out Juninho Raz. But Juninho Raz, talking about that Ryu.
The Ryu
yeah.
lore. That's really interesting because I've actually seen him play Luke as well. And of course, he had a very dominant Luke in Street Fighter V. So you think that he would play Luke, but it looks like he is going to go with his heart out for Ryu. And of course, Dark Ross, we've seen how dominant his JP was. And just, seeing all the conversions that he's done against Didi Mokov, in the first match that we've seen between those two. Holy crap, this guy's got reactions on deck. And of course, like the muscle memories too. It's like you want to do something and you can do it. Sometimes it's a little hard because you're kind of like stage fright. Like your hands are kind of like in stage fright mode. You're like, oh, like I'm frozen. I can't do anything. But Dark Ross, nah, dude. Like that dude is built like a stone wall. Like he knows what he's doing and he is going to execute it no matter what.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, the thing about Ryu here, I mean, he's not considered one of the stronger characters right now, but I don't feel like any character doesn't have the ability to win. I mean, we already saw Ending Walker win a World Warrior event with Ryu. This character, I mean, is another character. We talked about DJ, Luke, and like Marisa in terms of damage output. Ryu is another one. Ryu, this guy could just pull out some massive damage.
Oh, yeah, that was actually really smart because I saw that Juninho Ross was going for the drive rush. Oh, nice jump over. He's just throwing Hadokens. Of course, like really close range too, because obviously if you throw a Hadoken like far range, you could definitely just get like probably whiff punish from JP's Firebolt or his floor spikes. Oh my gosh, look at that pressure. Yeah, just using the portal as sort of an insurance to just use Drive Rush into more pressure, but Juninho Ross is still not scared, throwing more Hadokens as ever.
Yeah, but trying to get in here, and I just love the use of that EX Ghost. It's such a great neutral tool to push the opponent away back into the range that you want him. And of course, if you're Dark Ross, you're going to make that trade all day with this big life lead, and there it is. Dark Ross, round number 1.
Nice. Yep, there we go with the anti-air, especially in that range too. It's like, nah, you're in front of me. I know you're trying to cross over me, but that's not going to work out against me.
Again, there it is, that OD Ghost right there. You can see it blows away the fireball as well, pushes the opponent back. Dark Ross still trying to go with these fakes over here to try to maybe bait out those drive parries. But now, oh, I love the empty jump from Juninho, but he didn't get the punish afterwards, and now a perfect parry from Dark Ross is going to get the full screen. Actually, no, he's going in for the full for more damage. There's the anti.
Oh, that was actually really sick because that that portal spike just kind of kept them end ground. Crossover going to Super 1. See green, I'm going to interrupt you. And that is going to be into Super 3 to close things out. Dark Ross going 1-0 over Juninho Ross.
Yeah, I'm not even 100% sure Juninho Ross tried to do that level 1 super on purpose right there.
It could have been maybe like a cross cut.
Yeah, honestly. I think it was just supposed to be just a cross cut or an auto-correct DP, but as most people know, a lot of times you try to go for DPs and then this level 1 comes out and you're like, man.
I mean, it still works out because, they're able to get hit by the level 1 super, but at the same time, it's like, oh, no, I wanted to save that level 1 super. And, like, that's super unfortunate, too, because I know for a fact that, let's say, like, for Manon, when you're kind of, like, spacing things out, like, you're trying to do her overhead, but sometimes, like, people will get level 2 super instead because they're buffering it so much. And it's just so annoying. But, again, we are seeing Juninho Ross changing over to Luke.
Yeah. I mean, again, Luke has this ability. I mean, he's basically has most of Ryu's tools, but he has a better damage output, and he has, well, I wouldn't say
I just feel like he's more mobile, like more flexible in a way.
I don't want to say he has a bigger damage output because, like I said, Ryu actually has really good damage.
For sure.
But like you said, the tools that Luke has, he just has the ability to get in a lot easier. And you see it right there, Juninho Ross looking super comfortable with this Luke.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is looking so much better compared to his Ryu. But of course, one thing that Luke is also pretty well balanced against this matchup against JP as well. I know that like Ryu, he still kind of struggles a little bit, but with Luke in hand, oh yeah, you're definitely in for a ride.
Yep. Now you see slowly trying to walk Dark Ross back towards the corner ever so slowly and sneaks in there. Wow! Yeah, there we go. And now the corner. What a throw escape from Dark Ross. What a call out. But then you just drive rush right into the knee.
Oh, really close to burnout. Just a sliver, but tries to go for the OD amnesia. Punish counter after counter hit. Boom. Juninho Ross. 1-0. 1. Let's go.
So quickly. And it's crazy, too, because Dark Ra's willing to burn himself out just to get that OD amnesia. But what a call out there by Juninho just to bait that out, punish, and take the round.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like something that you haven't seen in a while, so you're kind of a bit hesitant. You're like, I think I'll just go with my gut feeling and try just like back away, see if he's gonna do OD amnesia, or even like parry, just kind of like walk up and then grab him for that punish counter damage.
All right, here we go. So obviously the loop was working out here. Let's see if Dark Ra's can make any adjustments. There we go. Pushes him back full screen, but teleports in. Try to get this pressure going. Oh, what a perfect parry.
Yeah, that was actually really good. Seriously, like parry just changes the whole game, but OD amnesia in hand also changes the game.
See how Juninho Ra wakes up with forward dashes because he just wants to try to stay in Dark Ra's space.
Exactly. But Dark Ra is not letting that happen. But of course, he is teleporting, grabbing him. That was actually really smart because like I'm kind of thinking if Juninho Ra was thinking he was going to come in with like, you know, buttons because he did that last time. So he's like, okay, I'm ready for that, but just gets grabbed instead.
Yeah, he definitely had the parry running there so he could block either high or low. And then that's why just teleporting through, getting the throw, and then getting the 2,000, I think it's 2,040 damage, I think it is, that you get for a punish counter throw. And it just hurts so much. Ow.
Oh, the knee. Yeah, that's going to hurt. But the side switch on the grab, that's probably not what he wanted.
It was a defensive throw. It's kind of like a defensive panic throw. But look at this, a check on the drive rush all the way to the corner here. Trying to push Dark Ra into the corner here. It is match point for Dark Ra. He just needs to win one more round after Juninho Ra with that great second game with Luke.
Oh, but no Super 3 though, especially if you're in Burnout. Now you're away from JP.
Yeah, he's saving that meter. He wants it.
Oh, there you go, Super 1. That was definitely not a crosscut, but hey, maybe if Juninho Ra is like, maybe I should just do Super 1 just a crosscut.
I mean, he did. That was exactly what happened with Ryu, so maybe that was intentional. Maybe that is what he wants to do, and he should be able to get the level 3 back pretty early in this round. Let's see here. Oh, trade.
If I may. No, you cannot.
No, you may not. Counter hit and the crouch medium kick for nothing afterwards. There it is. This is the classic sequence. Crouch medium kick, crouch medium kick. Now pushing Juninho Ra away. Juninho Ra does get the jump in, but doesn't really get any pressure off of that. Tries to drive rush in past the ghost. I do like how Juninho Ra is doing this. It makes it hard for Dark Ra to really know what zoning option to go for. But here we go. Yeah. He finds the hit with the drive rush and then just goes right into the level 3.
Super, yeah. And I really like that check too, especially he knows that Juninho Ra is like trying to like stick with him, you know, not trying to like play like the full screen game because that's what JP wants you to be in.
This is the hard part though. You're in burnout. Got him. Checked him. Oh, he's coming in there.
Oh,
what the heck was that? He just drive rushed forward and nobody did anything. But he still has that level 3 ready to go. Teleports to get away.
That's
he got
actually
the hit
smart,
too
but
far
no,
away.
another hit. Oh my gosh. We are going drive rush in, going for the grab.
One hit can kill right now. One hit can kill.
Another
So
grab.
throw, maybe another throw. No, he tried to get him to.
Oh my god, the footsies are not connecting.
He got the hit. He got the hit.
Juninho Ra's going into they're going for the reset instead. Juninho Ra's going 2-1 over Dark Ra's. Oh my god. Yo.
All right. You know we can't call it the American reset. It's now the Brazilian reset.
The
right
Brazilian
there.
reset, the Brazilian scramble, whatever you want to call it. Juninho Ra was able to pick things back up 2-1 over Dark Ra's. And there we go. We mentioned before where he would do those anti-airs, but it would come out as a super instead. So we did see that with Luke where he's just like, I'm going to let it rock. I'm going to let it rock.
Yeah, but the Ryu obviously was not able to put in work. But game number 2, the Luke just came out here out of the gate and really blew up Dark Ra's. And like I said, a lot of that came from Juninho just really navigating really well between drive rushing in, between using sand blasters, and between just jumping in. And then game 3 came down to the wire, to the most scrambly end right. Not in this one here, but you'll see right here.
Yeah, and there we go. I've mentioned again, like this level 1 super for that crosscut. It's just like, you know, if it works, it works. Might as well do it. But now we see the scramble here. He was going to go into super, messes up, but gets that scramble instead because I wonder if Dark Ross was like, oh, he dropped it. I'm going to try to punish him. But he was not there in time. So Juninho Ross wins that scramble and is waiting comfortably in top 8 going against Ronaldinho tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just, because if I'm not mistaken, Luke's level 3 is quarter circle forward times 2 plus kick, and then he accidentally just did the quarter circle forward plus kick. So it was just supposed to be raw super, but it came out as the wrong thing. Fortunately for Junior Ross, he was able to close it out regardless. Unfortunately for Dark Roz, who is now out of the tournament in 9th place, but well done to him. Juninho Roz, however, will be going up against Ronaldinho. And we move on to Lendia Viva going up against Kyuki.
Yes, this is going to be good. So we got Luke and JP. So this is going to be another matchup that we just seen.
Yep.
But we were just talking about how young these players are. Lendia Viva being 24 and Kyuki being 19. We've actually seen so many 19-year-olds playing in this tournament, which is freaking amazing. Seriously, like the scene is alive. It is bussin'.
Can you imagine, getting to Capcom Cup, qualifying for Capcom Cup, winning grand prize at like 19 years old would be crazy.
Yeah, or just even having a spot in Capcom Cup and just playing against like one of the best players in the world. That's definitely something that you can put in, like your esports resume or just something that you can like
bucket list, honestly.
Or just literally like print it out, put it on your fridge, like, oh, look at me. I went to Capcom Cup.
Yeah, what an amazing what a wonderful thing to be able to do. So and again, this is what I love about the FGC. We have these players coming from all over the world finally getting to show their stuff. We saw Javi M at Capcom Cup, and then he was able to defeat Tokido at Red Bull Kumite.
Oh man, it was so hype. I was actually screaming in my chair.
It's really cool to see, the players from all over the world really having a chance to show their stuff, So again, we'll see if we're going to get a new player out of Brazil or if it might be just one of the veterans again. So
Exactly. Yeah, this is going to be really good. And for those that are tuning in, yes, this is losers here. So we got Kyuki versus Lendia Viva. And man, I'm just actually really excited because we've been talking about how anyone can win the Brazil CPT. They're so freaking strong, and that's why it's always a treat to watch these guys just go head to head. And we've seen some friendly banter, some rivalry, especially with the no neutral interviews and stuff with Juninho Ross, where he was just going off about Rio lore, and Brian's like, wow, I didn't know you know that much.
I mean, that's the kind of passion that these games kind of create, because one of the weird things about fighting games is that you sit there and you play with these characters and you train with them. I often jokingly call them war buddies, basically, because you've been to battle with them for so much that you just gain this attachment to these characters, and then they mean so much to you. So you start learning about their lore and you start learning about the characters, and it's a testament to how much people really grow to become one with their characters in Street Fighter,
Exactly. That's why I'm just kind of thinking man, as much as I want to stick with Manon, I just learned her from the ground up, and it's just I can't throw away that knowledge and play Maritza. Because I remember when I was talking to Brutus, he stopped playing Zangief for a little bit, and he just played Maritza. He was like, wow, this character is broken. And I'm like, man, I should jump ship and play her too.
Yeah, obviously Marie's a really, really, really strong character, but it's tough. When you've been playing with a character for so long, sometimes. It happens a lot with fighting game players. You see that they play a character, they put a lot of time and investment. They don't want to feel like they throw that away.
Exactly. That's how I really feel. But it's if you're trying to win, play JP.
It's only been 3 months. You've only put 3 months into that Manon, so you can jump if you want to. So. Oh man. Obviously, we're probably running into a little bit of a matchup. Some issues here, but we'll get to that. We'll get that match going for you guys really, really soon.
But this is a good time to get up, stretch, get some water, get some
Red Bull. Exactly. Exactly.
Wait, a bug went in your drink.
Shh. Nobody knows that except me.
Hey, extra protein, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, we'll get this match coming up here very shortly for you guys. So, but in the meantime, thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure you follow along twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. You know, they also stream on the YouTube channel as well.
Yes.
They also, I believe, stream in the Capcom Fighters Discord, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Just have like a little watch party.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
that's so sweet.
lots of places that you can watch these CPT onlines, and they're coming fast and furious as well. Ah, there we go. We've got this match coming up over here. Lendia Viva on the Luke and Kyuki
on the JP. Yeah, we've just seen this match between Junio and Dark Frost, so of course this is probably a well-known match in the scene here. Now, I'm trying to see how Lendia Viva is going to get in here, but Kyuki, big punish counter.
Still one of my favorite plays. It just sounds so painful when he hits you with that cane.
Yeah, it feels like I'm going to have like a bruise for weeks.
Yeah,
just getting hit by that.
Like I said, we just saw this, and we just saw you know, the Luke come out victorious over the JP. So let's see if Kyuki can actually reverse this here. Kyuki actually doing a little bit better job right now against Lendia Viva, playing that zoning game. As you can see, the problem right now for Lendia Viva is he's almost burnt out. Is he going to go to level 1 to burn him out? Nope. Decides to just continue the zoning over here.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, with the drive rush just to get out of the stalagmite, all the pressure that JP can throw out. Again, this is a really good matchup for Luke to get through. And that's what I'm saying. The jump in, that is huge. Are we going to go into super?
Yeah,
level 2, baseball, baby.
Ooh, not enough to kill, but he is burned out. Tries to go for a little mini shimmy right there. Finds his way snuck in, but what a drive rush. Cancel on the crouching medium punch.
Yeah, you know, Lendia Viva definitely had the right idea to kind of do a little shimmy to see if OD Amnesia would come out, or like a grab, parry, but Kyuki is so patient.
Plus frames there, burns out Kyuki. Nice DP.
Yep, neutral jump on the DP. That was mad smart. But here we go with the drive impact. No churning on the super from Kyuki. So this is going to be a round for Lendia Viva.
Yep, keeps it nice and simple. Just needs the one easy, perfect flash knuckle combo right there. Heavy punch into the launch right there. Oh no, I don't think he meant to uppercut there. That might have been an execution error. Regardless, he's going to get the drive parry
Still
and
works
the corner
out.
back. Aha!
I always like to say that it's better to do to mess up than get like no damage, you know?
Right.
Like, oh, I got some damage in there, but that's not what I wanted, but whatever. Going into level 3 super just to get that drive meter back too, because you want to be able to keep throwing out stalagmites, fireballs, and the pressure as much. But Kyuki, oh my gosh, super patient and trying to put in more pressure just to put Lendia Viva into burnout right now.
Okay. Lendia Viva trying to break in there. Nice! Anticipating the jump, gets the hit, and now here we are. All the chip damage from a screen away. Now, each of those blocks will build a little bit of the drive gauge back, but he lost a lot of health in that already. Oh, what a parry! What a parry! Of course, it's -3.
All right, here we go. Yep, Lendia Viva was able to find a way through. Kyuki going out 0-1. Lendia Viva just one more just to get that spot in top 8.
Yeah, it seems like the Lukes are doing really well against the JPs right now. So we have a 3-0 from Luke versus JP from the last 2 matches that we've seen on stream here. And that's going to be a great start here for Lendia Viva. And now the corner pressure.
Oh, nice. Perfect parry. Get in the punish counter as well. Get off of me, Lendia Viva. Now that you are at somewhere that I want you to be, but drive rush underneath the teleportation too. That was actually really smart.
And actually a good back throw from Lendia Viva to put him back into the corner. And here we go. Oh,
the amnesia.
Okay, he couldn't punish the crouching medium kick, but still was able to get out of the corner, but gets shot by OD Sandblaster.
Ah, perfect parry once more. Yo.
Portal there just being a threat the whole time, trying to get past the ground spikes, the stalagmites. Oh, what a whip punish! Full screen here.
Oh my god, perfect parry on the way down. That's actually going to kill if he goes into level 1 super.
Oh no, by pixels, but he burned him out.
Burned him out, yeah. Exactly. Kyuki is still alive in this here. Not trying to let Lendia Viva get into top 8 here.
Oh, what a jump in.
That was really good.
Good timing. It's so, you very rarely see people making it over Sandblaster and punish like that. But here we go. What the
I
heck?
think he probably wanted to wait to see if he was going to do ODDP and then
just to
punish
try to
that.
get out.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe. I was surprised he wasn't just going to go into another combo into a drive impact to try to burn him out. But he didn't quite get that. And here we go. You're stuck in the corner. Nice. And he gets the punish here. Yep. So here we go. Full combo off of this. Look at this damage right there for that OD amnesia. It's one of the things that makes him so strong. But you know what?
Yep, just past the Stalagmite and just keeping JP into the corner. Going into level 3 super, you are in the yellow, so this is going to do a little bit more damage.
Oh, God.
So freaking cool.
Look at that damage. He has the life lead now. And he actually burns JP out. Level 1. He did touch the button. He did touch the button. Kyuki, as soon as he got burned out, he was just churning that super. Got it over there and now ties it up 1-1. Oh.
Yo, my toes are curling right now just watching that happen. Yo!
Making fists with your toes. Oh, man. Okay, blocked in time. Oh, perfect parry. Got the punish. But I don't know if he didn't believe.
Ooh, that was actually a really good backdash. He definitely could have punished, but maybe just a little too far. That's why he tried to do like the crouching short, I believe.
Right. Oh. Oh, what? Got him out of the air, trying to jump out of the corner, caught him with the knee. Oh.
Yeah, I wonder if we're just like really scared of the drive impact in the corner, but just being in burnout and going into Super 1 does not matter. Lendia Viva wants to close this out so fast, sitting at match point.
Luke reminds me a lot of how Karim was in 5. It's just like he's got slot, like as soon as he hits you, he really has his choice on how much meter he wants to spend just by beating you up and then seeing how much damage you take. Oh, didn't get the perfect flash knuckle. Okay, he's gonna go for it again, gets it this time. Goes for the simple combo, doesn't go for the light flash knuckle follow-up.
Oh no. My gosh, no anti-air coming in from Kyuki. Now they are in the corner. Level 2 super.
Okay, you're getting hit by this because like I said, that's a, oh wait, I thought he had more, I thought he had the whole setup there. Did manage to get some good damage and now all this chip damage here from a screen away. Gonna be a little aggressive here, try to go in on.
Ooh, I was gonna say no cross cut DC there. Now we're healthy, pairing, but no grab coming in from the way down from the teleportation. Here we go, that's huge. Lendia Viva drops the combo.
Drops the winning combo, and now he burned himself out, but the Luke standing medium kick, that thing, even ever since Street Fighter 5, that thing reached so far, he gets the hit, and it is going to be Lendia Viva going up 2-1 over Kyuki, and so we see the veteran 24-year-old defeating the newcomer 19-year-old.
You mean 24. 24. If I remember. Yeah. But still very young though, right?
What did I say?
You said 21.
21. Oh, okay, 24. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, again, like very, very good match between these two, and I think like Kyuki is probably like one of the most patient players I've actually ever seen. But unfortunately, like towards the end, they didn't even do like anti-airs. Like they were letting Lendia Viva just kind of like jump in most of the time, and would just be like, oh wait, I was supposed to get an anti-air, and then they would like just drop the combo, right? But again, yeah, with that level 1 super, I thought that was going to kill.
Can't believe it didn't kill, but regardless, he was burned out. There was not much he could do in that situation. And so it looked like Kyuki was going to, perhaps finally put the win on the board for JP against Luke. He managed to take game number 2, but then as you can see, it's 1-1 tied here. But then it was Lendia Viva who was able to finish things off there, despite the combo drop. Standing medium kick, such a great button for Luke. And he takes it, and now we have 7 of the 8 players who are going to be playing tomorrow in the top 8.
Yeah.
We've only got 1 left, and it's going to be either Ze da Manga or Zaydani. FGC. Again, chat, please let me know if I am butchering these names. Please help me out over here.
It's always fun to kind of like just kind of read their names and be like, I want to butcher it as much as I can. So like Zaydani, GC,
Ze da Manga versus
or Manja.
Yeah,
Manja. But again, these both players are, veterans as well, very close in age. So we got JP and Maritza. Man, we have been seeing, some of the JP army in this top 16.
Brazil apparently likes JP because I know when Capcom Fighters put out that we were going to be commentating this, someone responded to that post was like, have fun commentating all the JPs. So, I think they're trying to tell, they were trying to warn us about something here, but sure enough, we've got another JP, but Zaydani right here, bringing in the Marisa, and the Marisa had been putting in work so far, so let's see if he can get Marisa into the top 8 here.
Yeah, and I think that Zaydani is like the only Maritza that we've seen in top 16.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for here.
And of course, event, I was going to say, we definitely have some character diversity, but there are a lot of JPs in this top 16.
Oh, man.
But again, we did see Zaydani beat Felipe in the first round in losers. And then now we are finally here, Zaydani and Ze da Manga.
Yeah, so obviously Marisa gonna have a little bit of trouble trying to get in past the zoning over here, but Big Bird has said it. I've heard other Marisa players say this. Marisa really doesn't have bad matchups because any character she fights, you can hit twice and they die.
Here we go. Yeah, there's a big jump in here.
Yep.
Man, that is some good damage.
The OD. Yeah, that beats the safe jump there, so that's why Manga went for that right away. Unfortunately, Manga put himself back into the corner here. Oh, hit out of the air.
Yeah, that little cliff. We all know it so well. It even happens in Street Fighter V.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. That's actually a pretty decent trade.
Ooh, I kind of like the drive impact right after Gladius. Because like we've mentioned before, if you do drive impact against Gladius, you're just going to get punched in the face.
The armor break just blows up drive impacts.
I kind of like how Ze da Manga is just kind of like doing neutral jump just to check those Gladius punches, but Zaydani is not even doing them, just like randomly full blunts, right?
Oh, actually goes for the teleport. Oh yeah, you're gonna be able to link off of that. And here
oh,
we go.
The overhead, yeah.
Not quite dead yet. Just goes for the low this time. High-low mix-ups, and you can't always wake up with the drive parry to block both of them, but. Then if they go for the drive rush and the throw, then you take 2,000 damage and die anyway.
Yeah, you just gotta patiently find a way in. Like we mentioned before with that clip between Idom and Flux Waves. Be patient. But Ze da Manga was able to go for the drive impact collision just to return the favor. Level 2 super. This is also going to put him into the corner. Imagine if that wall spot, but the thing is that if it did wall spot, that would be pretty broken. But he was already, in hit stun in that combo.
And not only that, but it brought Zaydani right down to no drive gauge. Now he's managed to avoid burnout, and Manga actually burns himself out.
Yeah, but again, having a life lead too, it does not matter even if you're burnt out. But again, you're against Maritza. Anything can happen with that amnesia.
So here we go. Look at this. Still burned out. Yes, level 3. Now you have to see. Are you going to try to bait out that level 1, or are you just going to go right into the drive impact? What's your decision right now?
Yeah, be careful. Level 1.
Oh,
super
yeah,
he did try it.
He tried it. And now,
that's it.
Game over at this point. There's really nothing you can do. Look at the chip on that. There's just nothing.
Oh my goodness. And that's what JP is so good at. It's just chipping you away. When he sees you in burnout, he's like, ooh, my food's ready.
The nice thing about that, though, is if you're Zaydani, at least you got Manga to spend all of his meter before coming into round number 3 by going into that level 2. But right now, Manga here with a decent life lead. And a tiny life lead here.
Ooh, no anti-air, but gets hit by the spike from the air. Level 1 super. Now we are back to step 1. Zaydani's got to think of something, or else he is cooked meat.
Yeah, he is just getting tenderized right now by all the Shadow Loop power here.
Oh, I have you going for the overhead, but here we go. OD Amnesia, that's going to be huge damage.
Yep. Oh, he's going for the level 1. Yep, now down to almost nothing. But again, this is Marisa. She doesn't have the level 3 available to her right now, but one hit could kill, but the low ghost.
Oh my gosh, that's super unfortunate. It's like you're blocking. You're really scared to get hit by the command grab too if you're trying to parry. but 1-0 Ze da Manga.
Manga trying to get another JP here into the top 8, but just going to get caught here. Nice confirming to the EX, sets up the safe jump. What's the choice? Yep, baits it out, but you see the neutral jump not doing enough damage right there. Actually didn't bait out parry, baited out the throw.
Exactly. And again, you know, we've seen Ze da Manga just going for like neutral jump or back jump a lot just to like punish the Superman throw or the Gladius that are coming his way. Nice challenge from Zaydani. OD amnesia once more.
Good blocks, good defense, and you know what? You'll take that. That heavy kick, very minor damage. What a throw tech. But there it is. Drive rush heavy punch from Marisa. Such a powerful tool. One of her best ways to get in.
Oh my gosh, here we go with OD amnesia again. And going for the neutral jump because he did see Ze da Manga jumping all the time.
Right.
Oh, there we go. Command grab. I'm tired of you.
That's, I think, the first time that we saw Zaydani go for the Scutum command throw. And I feel like that's something that maybe to go to just a little bit more, just to keep Manga a little bit on his toes. So here we go. Oh, gonna go for the level 3 here.
That's actually really smart. You know, we always mention it before in like throughout top 16. Use that meter because you are gonna build it up later on.
All right, here we go. Drive rush. No, it actually just goes right in there. Nice, air to air. Catches him low, gonna be able to combo, yep.
My gosh, the patience again. And again, see, that's what I'm mentioning before. Ze da Manga has been doing neutral jump over and over again, and Zaydani is like, I know you're gonna neutral jump. I know you're gonna do something, and he was right.
Yeah, nice reactions to catch those the air options from Ze da Manga so often. Oh no, you're gonna eat a bunch of damage here. Look at this. Yeah, still hasn't encouraged Manga to stop jumping. Manga jumped back in the corner again, and all I know is Zaydani's probably thinking, really? You still jumped? Oh, man.
Oh, there we go. Now we're close. Yeah, just waiting for the spike teleportation there.
Scared of the stalactite. And now here we go. Bounce off the wall. No. Fierce. No. Move.
It's like you're playing out like the Bop It toy.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay. And Ze da Manga right now looking great here. Perfect parry into the throw. He's at match point now. Zaydani's got to win both of these in order to get into the winner's side. Manga just needs to win one more round.
Superman. Yep, there we go. Yeah, oh my gosh. It's so scary to like know when that's coming because like it's that target combo and then going to drive rush or like going into like Gladius because you could definitely react in between. No anti-air.
Nice disruption. The overhead. Wow. Oh no. Wasn't close enough to get the good punish. Nice. Punishes that. Yeah, here we go. Gonna get the big. Oh no. The timing was a little awkward, so he mistimed. Yeah. But here we go. You're gonna have. He's just trying to chip her out.
Wow. Oh, again. Yeah. There we go with the super one. I was going to say, yeah, Zaydani definitely knows when Ze da Manga is going to jump. It's just one more hit going into the wall spot.
I don't even think he needs to spend any meter for this kill.
Not at all.
So in other words, Zaydani is going to be able to save the level 3 for this round. Here we go. This is a scary situation for Manga. Look at the resource difference right now between these two. 0 meter versus 3 meter. So there's no point in time would you ever think you're safe in this match here if you're Manga, because you could die at any time. Like this is a great start.
Interesting. Yeah, so going into jab and then into like that up hit, that is going to scale, but still putting Ze da Manga into the corner, now you literally have to guess. Jumps again! Ze da Manga is like, I'm going to jump so much in this match, and he actually is doing that. But Zaydani gets a hit.
Made it in. Here we go. Big damage, safe jump timing, goes.
Oh, there goes the Amnesia!
Should be able to block. Oh no, he tried to do something. He's going to get caught. You see a lot of JPs do that because a lot of people, when you OD amnesia a light, they try to throw you, so they go for the super instead. Got caught low.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go! Zaydani going 2-1 over Ze da Manga. Finds the light at the end of the tunnel. Zaydani!
Yeah, the light at the end of the tunnel was caused JP to see some stars because he got punched in the face right there. And again, that is one of the things, one of the powers that Marisa has is her drive rush. Really, really one of the strongest ones because crawling on those knees, man, she will go full screen if you do not interrupt that drive rush, and she will go far. And that heavy punch, just hunting down JP's full screen like that. Beautifully done. Zaydani's gonna move forward. Unfortunately for Ze da Manga, that is going to be the end of his run here, and he will not be back for the top 8 tomorrow.
Yeah, he won't be one of the JPs in top 8, unfortunately. But hey, like, making top 16 in this region is no joke at all. Like, give yourself a pat on the back. And of course, you played your heart out. I think Ze da Manga played so well because, you know, he's literally the definition of bet me if I don't do it again. Like, I won't do it again. I won't do it. And then he actually jumps and he does it. He's like, I did it. But, you know, again, you know, both players played it so well. Ze da Manga definitely could have won that, but Zaydani played his heart out so well. And like, he read a lot of stuff too because he saw that Ze da Manga was doing OD Amnesia after the target combo and then into Gladius. So it's like, oh yeah, that's what I mentioned. You can do any buttons like after the target combo into Gladius, but man, that drive rush, that punch in the face, oh, that's gotta feel so good against JP.
Marisa drive rush heavy punch is just, it's one of her most effective tools. It's so powerful. It sets up a lot. It even sets up the medium punch, Gladius mix up right there. Am I going to charge it? Am I going to let it go as a frame trap, etc., etc.? But Zaydani played it and played it well with Marisa, able to take out Lendia Viva. And I'm sorry, going to take out Ze da Manga and go up against Lendia Viva here in the top 8 loser side.
Man, that is looking pretty snazzy indeed. Yeah, we finally have a top 8. We are finally here.
Yeah,
man.
We'll talk all about this top 8, but before I even talk about this top 8, look, we're gonna have so many more of these CPT onlines going on until we get to Capcom Cup 10. South Africa is the next one, as you can see here. The registration is closing Monday, October 9th. At 3 a.m. I don't know which time zone that 3 a.m. is, but it doesn't matter. You shouldn't have to think about that. I've seen some people.
Just register early.
Just
register early. Just do it. Like, you don't have to wait like literally at like 2:59 a.m. just to register, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's 3 a.m. Pacific time.
3 a.m. Pacific time, but still, like, you don't want to be that guy that registers at like 2:59 a.m. Like, why? But
and then the form to fill out takes you too long, and then you miss the event. So that's happened. I've seen some people talk about that. So yeah, just register now. Again, it's free to register, even if you're not 100% sure. Just go ahead and register for the tournament, and like I said, free to enter.
Yeah,
so
it's free to enter.
Get in there. And then, yeah, for sure. And then, of course, if you want to qualify offline as well, what are the options for the players out there, Marina?
Woo! So we got the offline premieres here. We got one in Singapore that is actually coming up pretty soon here. And then we have one in France. And it's going to be super awesome too because, again, like, I've been to Singapore. It is a stellar time. And of course, you are in like a really hot region where a lot of really good players from Asia, or I guess like, all around the world are coming to play Street Fighter 6 to try to get some points for Capcom Cup. Of course, for the premiere in France, if you want to visit France, definitely come through on November 3rd to 5th. It's gonna be a great time. Again, like, I wish we had like more offline premieres, but you know how like Street Fighter 6 came out on June 2nd. It's like, oh, it is, kind of like, in the middle of the year.
Oh yeah.
So it's understandable that we only have like 3 offline premieres, but I know for a fact next year, it's gonna be spicy. I just know. I just so know.
Yeah, let's get back to these offline again, because shout outs once again to Great Netcode allowing us to have good online matches like this. But offline, the vibe, the energy of an offline event is just so amazing. But so again, South Africa, we talked about that Singapore offline event, but then right afterwards, immediately the following weekend after that Singapore offline is the U.S. Northeast
I was gonna say that isn't that like later in the year, or like next year ish, or like early 2024?
Yeah. I think it's one of the last ones. U.S. East is one of the last ones, if I'm not mistaken.
I was like, oh, I gotta sign up for that.
Yeah, you definitely also want to sign up for this Europe Northeast if you're in that region, so that you can compete and try to qualify instantaneously. Obviously, EU, such a strong region, so many strong players. So I can't wait to see this event coming up. Again, shout outs to the EU scene, shout outs to Logan and Jammers and the gang out there always doing all the work, especially Logan. I know they've had to cancel Winter Stays On for just a little bit of period of time, but hopefully, once that comes back, if that comes back, we get all the people coming out there to play and gather at their locals as well. So, because as I said, offline, it's nothing beats offline.
Really? Yeah, it's like a totally different play style. That's why like we also have the World Warrior going on too. So we did mention like the World Warrior here for Brazil, which is the Brazil Kumite, but check to see if there are any other World Warriors in your region, because again, like you can be playing online, and then for like finals it could be held online or offline. So definitely check it out at the CapcomProTour.com for more information. Like I really love the World Warrior just because like it shines on local scenes, and like I mentioned earlier too, where there are these players that don't even travel, and they literally are one of the killers in their local region, and you're just like, you know what, I just love the game, but I just don't have the money to travel. But we'll see if they win their World Warrior to compete at Capcom Cup.
Yeah, exactly. And again, obviously we're doing the Brazil region right now. BR Kumite is the one that you're going to want to enter if you're in the Brazil region. That's, of course, run by Ryoran. Again, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly.
Shout out to Ryoran.
Ryoran. Twitch.tv/Ryoran. Check that out for all the Brazil. Also, if you just enjoyed watching these players and you want to follow along with them and their World Warrior quests as well. So there you go. And, we are going to run to a quick break here, but when we come back, we'll recap this top 16 and also have our Chipotle Unwrapped segment where we tell you all about everything that you missed and what to get ready for tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah. The avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day?
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Street Fighter 6.
Fighting is an art. And this is our canvas. Here, we flex our style, our passion, our creativity, our skills. We come here to break rules, to bend minds, to change the game. This is where we make an impression. This is where we make our masterpiece.
Fighter 6.
Available now.
Objection!
and welcome everybody to the Chipotle Unwrapped segment here of Capcom Pro Tour Online, where we recap to you everything that went down today while we munch on some wonderful chips here and the queso.
I'm sorry, James. I don't think I can do the recap on the top 16 because these chips are so good. The queso.
All right. Let's take a look at this top 16 bracket while we continue to munch on some chips over here, okay? Of course, we started out with 16 players, all from Brazil, as this is just the Brazil region over here. We talked about it before the matches even started. A lot of strong players didn't even manage to make the top 16. That's how competitive this region has really become. You know, we had players such as Shushu and
Jaleshe,
Gus, yeah, Zangief Bolado, and Shades and all these other guys didn't actually manage to make the top 16. We did see some of the names that we know. And of the veterans who have made it to Capcom Cup before, Koma, the only one still on the winner's side, as you see. Stunner taking out Manga, and then Kaio taking out Lendia Viva, Koma taking out Junjinho Raz, and Namikaze taking out Horus Paulin.
Yeah, of course. And then let's go into the loser side too, where you see those players that have lost in the winners quarterfinals. They are here in losers. Some of them have made top 8. So in round 1, we see HK Dash losing to Ronaldinho, Dark Ross over Didi Mokov, Kyuki advancing against the Force 90, and Zaydani having a dominant win over Felipe. And then in round 2, Ronaldinho again with that losers run we've mentioned so many times on the stream.
Right, yeah.
So strong. And it's like that mentality, like you mentioned, John Choi just like losing that one round and then like, oh, it's beast mode. I gotta go. I gotta win it. And then we got Junjinho Raz reigning over Dark Ross, Lendia Viva reigning over Kyuki as well, and Zaydani still being the last Maritza on this bracket here against Ze da Manga. And we got that top 8. Look at that.
Yeah, and you know, when you look at that losers round 1 over there, HK Dash, Didi Mokov again, 2 players who have been doing so well in the past, especially Didi Mokov, of course, who has been playing Dalsum forever and has managed to, make it to Capcom Cup several times. Even had a crazy run at one of the last chance qualifiers, if I'm not mistaken, the one that Nemo actually won for Capcom Cup. But Didi Mokov has been so strong for so long, couldn't make to the top 8 over here. So again, this region is just so strong in terms of players. And every year, like I said, even before Street Fighter went super global like this, when we were having it just like you try to gain the points at the events and everything like that, there's always been a representative from Brazil almost every year. And one year there was 3 Brazilians. I think it was like one year there was 1, the next year there was 2 Brazilians, and the next year there was 3 Brazilians.
Oh, they're coming.
Yeah, we had an anomaly one year where none of the Brazilians made it, but then after that, they still kept being there. So every year Brazil has represented in the Capcom Cup, and so this region has always been really one of the strongest regions out there.
Yeah, and like Ronaldinho has mentioned too, like the scene has been growing too. We've seen so many young players like Kyuki and Felipe. They've been like crazy tearing it up, and even like just getting top 16 and just doing your best to kind of show who you play, put your name out there, like, yes, like that's me, I play this game and I know I'm good. And again, being in the Brazilian FGC too, like you're learning from so many people like in the scene, veterans, and of course like people from all different fighting games as well. So it's really nice to see that we're able to just get together, learn some stuff, and really like try to win. And of course, the representation too, like when you mentioned that the Brazilian players were at Capcom Cup, I can't imagine like if you won Capcom Cup, the Brazilian player wins Capcom Cup, you're just like, oh my gosh, like you're just hype and everyone's going crazy. You gotta have a party when you get back home. It's great, and I just love seeing that like rivalry, the battle between all different regions together.
If I'm not mistaken, Koma did make the top 8 the year that he was in the Capcom Cup.
Yes.
But speaking of top 8, let's take a look at the top 8 bracket and what to expect tomorrow. Remember, we're starting at the exact same time we started today, which is, I believe it was 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time here. But you can see here Stunner and Kaio right now on the winners semifinals over there on the top half of the bracket, and Koma going up against Namikaze on the lower half of the bracket. And like I said, Koma, one of the main veterans of the scene, and probably, I mean, again, if you're a player like Koma, you're probably proud to see a lot of these other guys, you know, coming up here and a lot of the young players doing well also. But obviously on the other side of the bracket there, we have the loser side over there. And that's going to be Zaydani going up against Lendia Viva and Juninho Ross against Ronaldinho. Oh, that's a brutal one right there. Oh, man.
I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm actually excited for top 8, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be good stuff. And again, one of the best things about this CPT online is that we do get to highlight all the different regions. As you saw, South Africa coming up. South Africa really starting to make a name for themselves. You know, we had the Red Bull Kumite out there, which was really exciting as well. You want to talk so I can eat some chips too? So yeah, here we go.
But yeah, again, like we're finally here. Top 16 of Brazil CPT. Now we are here at top 8 Brazil TBT. Man, it's been a wild ride. And like, again, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's always been a treat just to watch these guys just duke it out and like have the rivalry and like the friendly banter and all that stuff. Oh, yeah. So it kind of shows like, you know, the wholesomeness and how like people are like in their own region. Like I know you guys are like have like the West Coast region, Midwest region, East Coast region, Asia, etc.
What?
I saw you.
No.
I saw you from the corner of my eye, okay?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about how wholesome this region is, you know, except Ronaldinho. There's nothing wholesome about him, so.
Anyway, we will definitely see some more wholesome action for tomorrow. Same time as always. This is the Brazil CPT. I am Marian, and we have...
I'm James, and thank you guys for tuning in, watching over here. You pick up another chip.
Wait. You got to put your other chip in your other hand.
What are we doing here? Oh, we're doing this thing over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.